Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto and Raven married Teen Titans. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by pyrohelixdrago, link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Hello Naruto. A voice said. Oh damn, am I dead? Naruto asked as he was curious as he felt like complete and total shit and he was still missing his right arm. If you were dead we'd be dead. Kurama said as he and the other tailed beasts were around him. The fuck are we? Naruto asked them, getting shrugs in response. No, we're special my children, Hagoromo Otsutsuki said to them as he arrived. Hey old man, why the fuck are we here? Naruto asked him. Even in death you never lose your tact, Hagoromo said with a chuckle. Ah, what tact? Kurama said to his father, but why are we here father, he asked, wondering the same thing as Naruto. To give you all a second chance. Hagoromo said as the 10 of his 11 children before him never got a real chance at living. Yeah, hey, can you fix me up? I look like total shit, Naruto asked him, and with a wave of the sage's hand, he looked in peak physical condition. He still looks like shit to me, dad may want to work your magic again, Kurama said to Hai. Can you make the Gaki actually good with girls? From his memories I've seen he's hung around with babes and never tried smashing any of them. Shukaku said, getting smacked by his sisters Matatabi and Kakuo. What, it's true, he's been around so many girls and never even tried getting with that Hyuga girl who loved him. He said. You really have a sucky romance life, Jayuki said to him. Naruto felt a rain cloud over his head as they all agreed with him. You need to get laid, kid. Chimei said as he saw many attractive women Naruto could have easily banged. I'm shy. Naruto said as he was a little shy around women. No, Hinata's the shy one, you're oblivious as shit. Kurama said, knowing about the Hyuga for a long time as he originally thought she'd kill him. Yeah kid, I've looked through your memories and the only girl you ever felt attracted to was that flat-chested Sakura girl, and that was a mistake from the beginning. Matatabi said as Sakura in her mind didn't reach Kunoichi standards. Yeah, you need better taste in girls, kid. Specifically ones that won't hit you every time you try doing anything nice. Kakuo said, thinking Sakura had zero feminine charm. Can we please move on from my lack of a love life? Naruto yelled out to them. Yeah, let's talk about how you need actual friends and not work pals like in Konoha. Isobu said, surprising many as they thought he was asleep. Yeah kid, for someone claiming to have friends you really don't have many. Son Goku said as Naruto impressed him with his warrior spirit and kindness. To see his life suck so hard and have about only 4 years of goodness out of the other 13 was a surprise. Naruto groaned as the rain cloud returned over his head as an aura of sadness came over him. Where are we going father? Matatabi asked curiously. The world Trigon exists and the sage said to them. Trigon? Kurama said with a growl. You met him? Naruto asked curiously. Yes, some pathetic excuses of seal masters actually sealed me in another dimension. Trigon was there and for a time I made him my bitch until he cast me back to our world. Kurama said, smiling then growling. Ah, has someone kicked your ass? Shukaku said with a laugh, getting hit by Kurama. He didn't kick my ass, brat, he opened up a portal and shoved me through it. He didn't beat me in combat because he's a coward, Kurama said, angrily remembering Trigon's cowardly antics. If those guys were pathetic then why and how did they cast you out of the dimension? Naruto asked curiously. They're pathetic because they were really trying to seal me inside a teapot. Kurama said. Wow, they go from that to sending you to another dimension, they must have really not known what they were doing. Naruto said as he was very skilled in seals and knew a seal like that. It was better than those crucifixes your mother and Mito Uzumaki had me in for years. Kurama said as compared to Naruto's seal, his was a pleasantry compared to what he went through with those two women's seals, with him being stabbed and held in place like a crucifix. Oh yes, sorry about that, Naruto said as his mother being pregnant with him didn't help Kurama. Hear me Naruto, as I am bestowing gifts upon you for your journey, Hagoromo said to him, not only am I allowing you to keep all of your skills, I am also giving you the Rinnegan, all the powers of the elements are at your command, knowledge and new powers, and this is their choice. Do you all wish to remain with Naruto or be set free? He asked his children. Yes, all of them said as they all considered Naruto an honorary tailed beast. Besides your skills, you will also be granted access to your clan's special adamantine chakra chains, as well as your clan's skills in the ways of the sword. And now their skills will be granted to you, Hagoromo said to Naruto. Now goodbye my children, he said as they faded away. Dump City. Gotta make money somehow, Naruto said as he approached an illegal gambling den. 1 hour later. 10 million, I swear, wonder what'd happen if I hit an actual casino, Naruto thought to himself. Let's get more money my bro, Shukaku said inside Naruto as this was fun to watch. Month later. Oh man, 500 million, Jayuki said as Naruto was going in and out of different casinos, not drawing suspicion. We are swimming in the money, baby. Shukaku said, keep going my man, keep getting more money. This is enough, Matatabi said to him. Headnip, Shukaku said to her. Naruto, we need more money, Matatabi said as she had gotten addicted to cat treat when Naruto let them appear in regular-sized animal form. Idiots, Kakuo said to them. There's never such a thing as enough money. Shukaku said happily. You're sounding like a greedy crab there, buddy. Jayuki said to him. Crabs? Isobu said hungrily. Just think, if we had tons of money we could be living the good life. Kakuo, you could have all the space you could want to run in, Kurama said, thinking they could buy an island. Besides, with what we're here to do we're gonna need a lot of money to do it. Son Goku said greedily. Yeah, we're in the clear for a while, Naruto said to them as he was set for a long time. You're no fun. Seiken said as he whined. Naruto was brought out of his internal conversation as he heard an alarm at a bank he was actually going to with a man running out with a gun. Somebody stop him. A woman said from inside the bank. I swear all the tailed beasts thought as they knew Naruto's hero complex was out of this world. Naruto quickly intercepted the man and knocked the gun out of his hands before knocking him out with one hard punch. Quick reflexes, boy, you're a hero. A cop said as he handcuffed the man. Hero? Naruto thought with a smile as that felt good to help others. 6 months later. Thanks, Sage. Some children said as they were running across the street just as the light turned green as he stopped a speeding car from hitting the kids using his sand. Be sure to pay more attention to the streets from now on, okay? Naruto said with a friendly smile, currently wearing an orange and black jacket similar to his father's, but his had kanji for kitsune. He wore a black no-sleeve shirt and pants, a mask similar to Kakashi's, and black shoes. Few weeks later. Temper, Naruto said as he stopped a very colorful hero. Robin, aren't you Gotham bound? He asked him. Looking around to make a new nest, Robin said, dropping the scared criminal he was questioning. Lame bird pun there, dude. Naruto said to him flatly. What do you want? Robin asked him. Well, first to stop beating him to a bloody pulp, Naruto said to him, pointing at the bloodied criminal. You have your ways of getting information and I have mine. Think I'm bad, you should see the bat. Robin said, an obvious edge in his voice. I don't need Gotham's problems. Leave. Naruto said to him simply. Not until I get who I came for. He ran to the city and I'm gonna get him. Robin said. If you're talking about Dent, I already sent him back with a broken arm. Naruto said to him. No, not Dent. The Penguin. Robin said with a bit of an edge. Okay, good to know. I'll let you know when I get him. Naruto said, making a mental note to look into that. I started this chase, I'm finishing it. Either help or get out of the way. Robin said, not expecting to be bitch slapped into a nearby wall, wrapping him around in vines. Let's be a little clear, not your city, not your rules, and even though I appreciate the info, go home, Naruto said to him, getting right in his face. Get out of my face. Now I know how Batman feels every time he runs into Superman. Always the conflicting ways of doing things. Robin said to him. If you're here, where's Batman? Naruto asked him, curiously wondering if he needed to be on the lookout. Why, you think everywhere I go he does? You think I need him to be a hero? Robin asked, a little angry. Whoa, kid, calm it down. Naruto said to him. Hatching Penguin was supposed to be my start, to show that jerk that I can make it on my own without him. Robin said. I'm getting some sidekick issues going on here. Naruto said. Don't call me that. Robin said angrily. Kind you prefer, I mean dude, geez, quit with the pmsing dude, also like I said, get the fuck out of my city. Naruto said. Your city, my bad guy. Like I said, I started this chase, I'm finishing it. Robin said, realizing something. Yeah, I know, I get bored, Naruto said as finding out Batman was Bruce Wayne was very easy. Robin gave him a glare worthy of Batman. If you're not gone within an hour, I'm calling the bat to pick up his bird. Naruto said as he had no way to call him, but was saying that to annoy Robin. Fine. Robin said to him. Naruto released him from the vines, but was then punched in the face by Robin. Shit. He said, holding his nose before turning back and saw Robin was gone. Clever, he said with a grin as Robin didn't realize the flowers on the vines had a strong pheromone on them that attracted birds. 1 hour later. Naruto found a way to track Robin using the pheromones in the flowers, and he was led to a creek. He found a note attached to a birdering in a tree. Better luck next time, Ivy got me with that once. He read from it. Damn it. He said, annoyed that he didn't get even for the sucker punch. He then looked up, see something green shooting across the sky and landing in the city before he headed for it. Few minutes later. Naruto found a woman with orange skin and red hair in what looked like some kind of cuffs, smashing everything around her. The woman with orange skin. Sounds like my dream woman, Naruto thought as orange was his favorite color. Yeah, that nightmare you called a jumpsuit proved that. Kurama said as the tailed beast shivered, recalling Naruto's obsession with the color orange. Plus, no fucking redeeds, 2 Uzumaki females were enough, let that gene die, he said very seriously. Oh screw you, Naruto thought to him, as like his father, he very much liked treat deeds. Oh, there's gonna be a little language barrier there. Jayuki said as the woman was speaking an alien language. She had low F-cup breasts, athletic but curvy body, and a firm round ass. She pulled Naruto into a kiss. Kid, if you fuck this up I will never forgive you, Chimei said to him, liking the girl's eyes. I think he went brain dead. Shukaku said as he laughed. I like her, Matatabi said, feeling an incredible heat from her. Is that place making ramen? Kurama asked, snapping Naruto out of it. What, where? Naruto asked as the woman pulled away. You taste amazing, the girl said, tasting akin to meat in his spit. Easy there girl, wait until you hit the bed to talk like that. Shukaku said with a laugh. Think she's talking about all the pork and chicken this one eats, Kakuo said as Naruto added that to his ramen a lot. Probably. Kurama said. If you wish to survive, do not follow me. The girl said as she flies away. Please. Naruto said as he flew after. Thank you, Rinnegan, he thought as he could manipulate the gravity around him. Fuck, he thought as he saw much going down on the ground and saw the woman still flowing away. Damn, he thought, speeding in and marked her with a Horatian marker and flew back down. Oh shit, he thought as a giant ship was in the sky before something shot down and landed in the bay, creating a giant hologram of a man-like lizard in armor. Hear me, beings of Earth, I am Trogger, we seek to reclaim a prisoner. Do not interfere, otherwise we will unleash our wrath upon you. Trogger said as the hologram disappeared and more of the lizard guys flew down from the ship and into the city. Fuck ultimatums, Naruto said as he hated them. Few minutes later. Whoa, Naruto said in awe of the power he was feeling from a woman in a blue-caped hood, also amazed by her beauty. She had mid-E-cup breasts, curvy body, wide hips, and a plump thick ass. Naruto then leaned back as some of the lizards were thrown around him as a green ankylosaurus was swinging its tail, sending them flying. Okay, this is a new one, he thought to himself. Naruto then heard a man shouting as he turned and saw a man with machine parts, a cyborg, fighting them and blasting them as his hand turned into a cannon. I hate these guys. The cyborg said as he was panting. Naruto looked as the ankylosaurus morphed into T-Rex and began tossing the aliens all over the place. Whoa, easy, tone it down dude. He said to the dinosaur, who changed into a teen with green skin and wearing a mask. Sorry sir, the green teen said, going into a salute. Okay, dial it way down also, unless that green skin can be changed, you have no need for a mask, Naruto said, as the boy acted as a cadet. But, what about my secret identity? The green teen asked him. Did I think the green skin and the ears can to help you with that? Naruto said to him sarcastically, as those traits didn't seem hideable at all. The teen slowly pulled his mask off and his ears hung a little low. See, I don't even know who you are. Naruto said to him. Nobody does. The teen said a little sadly. Yeah, I can see your point, Naruto said as he seemed stuck like that. Nobody ever knows about me, hasn't for years. The teen said to him. Care to talk about it? Where's your parents? Naruto asked him. Ed. I'm all alone. The teen said as he thought he had a family for a while. I'm sorry. My parents are gone too. Naruto said to him, wanting him to know he understood his pain. Also duck, he said, and laughed as the teen actually turned into a duck as he threw Rasen Shuriken at a dozen ships. Cool. All I can do is turn into animals. The teen said. Maybe sometime later, we can talk about origins, changeling. Naruto said as he thought that was the right term for him. Don't call me that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. The teen said angrily before apologizing. Considering that outfit, I'm guessing you used to be with the Doom Patrol. Naruto said in the year he'd been here he did research on certain heroes. Keyword, used to. I couldn't stand them any longer, so I left to make a name for myself. Call me Beast Boy. Beast Boy said to him. Cool name, I guess changeling is what they used to call you on the patrol. Naruto asked him. Yeah, but they said it never made me feel good. Beast Boy said as he often hated that name. Sometimes we get called a name so much we begin thinking it's our actual name. Believe me, I know how it feels to be treated differently because of something outside our control. Naruto said as being called the Nine Tails, Jinchuriki, Fox Demon, or Demon Fox were names he was hit with often as a child. Duck. Beast Boy said as he changed into a lion and tackled another of the aliens. Nice work, dude. With some training you'd be unstoppable. Naruto said. Glad someone believes I can be something. Beast Boy said. Okay, I think that's all of them, for now. The woman said as she and the cyborg approached them. Dude, you were awesome. The cyborg said to Beast Boy. Thanks, a cyborg. Beast Boy asked, wondering what to call him. Ugh, I was talking about him, but yeah, nice work, and that works. Cyborg said to Beast Boy and then looked at Naruto. Do you use magic? The woman asked him curiously. Chakra actually, but I guess you could kinda call it that. Naruto said, may I get a name from you, my dear? He asked, getting a light blush from her. Meanwhile, a hydrant exploded by them. Smooth kid, nice. Isobu said, impressed. Our Raven. Raven said with a small smile. Beautiful name for a beautiful woman. Naruto said, kissing her hand, making her blush get brighter. Nice, dude. Cyborg said, giving him an applause as he was smooth. So what's these guys' problem? Beast Boy asked, motioning to the aliens. They're after someone, and I think I know who. Naruto said to them as they looked up, seeing explosions and a bright green light. That who? Beast Boy asked, pointing up. Yeah, her. Naruto said to him. They watched as the woman in question fell out of the sky and landed in front of them. Hello again, hot stuff. Naruto said to the alien woman as she got back up. Hello tasty man, the woman said. Mind filling us in? Cyborg asked, curiously, feeling like they need more information to understand that. They're after you, aren't they? Why? Naruto asked her, curiously, ignoring Cyborg's question. I am a prize to them, to take back to their citadel on their planet. To live out the rest of my days as their servant, the woman said. That's never gonna happen. Naruto said firmly. Do you have a name? Because alien girl really isn't helping. Beast Boy asked curiously. In your earth tongue, my name is Starfire. Starfire said. Okay Star, what can you tell us about these guys? Naruto asked her, knowing information was worth a lot in battle. They are called Gordanians, fierce reptilian warrior race. I come from Tamarin, a similar warrior planet. Starfire said to him. Oh fantastic, I actually have just the thing for this, Naruto said as he made ice appear. Reptiles hate the cold, Beast Boy said, knowing from experience. You know your animals. Naruto said with an impressed look. I spend every waking minute researching everything animal related. How do you think I figured out I could change into dinosaurs? Something tells me that's just the tip of the iceberg. Beast Boy said as he's still figuring out all he can change into. I like you, kid. Naruto said with a smile, maybe later we can see what else you can really do. He said as Beast Boy grinned happily. You are a very intelligent warrior. Starfire said to Naruto. Is she into him? Beast Boy whispered to Cyborg. Warrior planet thing. Cyborg said to him as he watched a lot of gladiator-type movies. Oh, I get it. Beast Boy said as he knew a few animal species that did that. Raven watched and seemed to be a little jealous as a light post exploded behind them. We must hurry, once Trogger finds out about you all resisting him, he will turn his cannon onto the city. Starfire said. Of course, the giant ship has a giant cannon. Cyborg said as this screamed a mixed bag of classic movies. But how do we get up there? They're not just gonna open the door for us. Beast Boy asked curiously. Got any tricks up your sleeve, gorgeous? Naruto asked Raven, causing her to blush bright and cause some trash cans around them to explode. Okay, what keeps making things go boom? Beast Boy asked. I think it's her. Cyborg said, pointing at Raven. I have issues, Raven said to them simply. Don't we all? Naruto said as no one joined this life because they thought their life was going great. I can take us up there, but I need to concentrate. Raven said as she closed her eyes to focus Azarath, Metri and Zenthos. She said as they all were engulfed by her magic. Few moments later. The Black Raven appeared in an empty room on the ship, dropping the team in it. It's no Horatian, but everyone has their own thing, Naruto said. Raven groaned as Naruto caught her. Sorry, never taken myself or anybody that far before. It's alright, pretty bird, you did the job. Naruto said. This guy is good. Cyborg said, impressed. I know, right? Think he'll give us some tips? Beast Boy asked him. Maybe. Cyborg said, not knowing if Naruto would help them or not. Everyone catch, Naruto said, tossing them all a kunai. Before you ask, those are markers. We're splitting up. Alien movie rule number 1 is never split up, they always get everybody when they do. Beast Boy said as that always happened in the movies. Glad to know I got a movie buddy when this is over. Cyborg said as that was what he did most days. Don't suppose you could become one of these lizard guys? Naruto asked Beast Boy. Probably not. I've never changed into anything alien related before. Beast Boy said as that was something he never attempted. Really? Not even a werewolf? Cyborg asked as Beast Boy shook his head. Man, that'd be so cool. He said, thinking that would have been awesome to see. Dude, trust me, I tried, it's a package deal, Beast Boy said as he transformed into full animals. Like I said earlier, maybe with training we can see what you can really do. Naruto said to Beast Boy. Back up, package deal. Cyborg asked, wanting to know what he meant by that. I think he meant he can't change one part of himself, or like a halfway thing, he can only change his whole body into the animal. Naruto said, thinking that's what Beast Boy meant. Yeah, I can't change one part of me. Beast Boy said as he thought it'd be cool. Okay, we can finish this later. We have to either destroy that cannon or take down the commander. Naruto said as he gave them a short, simple plan. But how? We don't know anything about this ship. Raven said to him. Maybe I can download a print of the schematics onto my computer, Cyborg said as he took out a wire and plugged it into the ship. Cool, you're like Robotman 2.0. Beast Boy said to him. Okay, got it, we're in luck. The cannon's main energy fuel line is 2 rights and a left down this hallway. The controls to the ship are 3 floors above us. Cyborg said to them. We need to disable that cannon, that way they can't blast Jump City. Naruto said to them as that was the main problem. I am with you. Starfire said, making her hand glow green. We all are. Raven said as Cyborg and Beast Boy nodded. Let's do this. Naruto said with a smirk. Oh, you've given me your names, but I haven't given you mine. The name's Naruto, but call me Sage. He said to them. Few moments later. What is taking so long? I want that city gone. Trogger said to his soldiers angrily. We're trying, the cannon. It's the one soldier at the controls said before the control panel surged and exploded as did the cannon. What's happening? Trogger asked as the floor beneath them exploded and there stood Naruto and the others. Sorry lizard lips, but we're shutting you down. Naruto said. You dare. Destroy them all. Trogger ordered his troops as they charged. Chill out. Naruto said before he unleashed a blizzard that froze the troops before they shattered like glass. My soldiers. You fool, by destroying the cannon you've caused us to fall out of orbit, we'll crash. Trogger said as the ship began falling. Gives us enough time to beat the scales off of you. Naruto said as he cracked his knuckles. You are going to tell me what you did to my sister Blackfire and you are going to tell me now. Starfire said angrily as her eyes glowed green. Last I saw that freak was when I sold her to some mercenaries I owed money to. Heard she killed them all. Trogger said with a grin. Starfire growls in rage as she tackles him and began laying punch after punch to the Gordanian's face. Naruto grabbed one of her fists that had blood on it. Stop Star, he's helpless, he's not worth it. He said to her. Trogger tried shooting them, but Naruto blocked it with his sand before shoving a Rasengan into his stomach, killing the Gordanian instantly. Suddenly more of the ship began to explode as they were falling into the ocean. Raven engulfed the group with her magic teleporting them away just as the ship crashed into the water and exploded. Later on an island outside of the city. Sure is a nice view. Raven said as the sun was beginning to set and from where they were standing, it made the city look majestic. I could say the same from my point of view. Naruto said, looking at her and Starfire, who was wearing a new outfit, with a smile causing the two to blush as a rock exploded by Raven's foot. In all seriousness, this is my favorite place, just to sit and watch that sunset. He said as he loved this small island because of the view. This kid is as smooth as ice. Kakuo said impressed. Who knew he could learn to wow ladies in 6 months? Kurama said getting nods from his siblings. Bad guys gone, danger gone, we gone. Beast Boy asked looking at the others. What now? Cyborg asked curiously. We can become a team. I may be very powerful, but I can't do it all alone. Naruto said as he knew there were threats out there even he couldn't take down alone and knew a team could do more together than apart. Everyone agreed to that. What should we call ourselves? Beast Boy asked curiously. We'll call ourselves Titans. Naruto said with a smirk. We are the Titans. We are the Titans. Mighty, mighty Titans, mighty, mighty Titans. Beast Boy sang before laughing. You're funny kid. Naruto said to him chuckling a little. Kid? Dude, I am 16. Beast Boy said. And I'm 18 in a few months so you're like a little brother now. Naruto said rubbing his hair before Beast Boy smacked his hand away. Where will we stay? Starfire asked curiously. I can have a base built in a week if I had the money. Cyborg said with his tech he could do what would take months in just a week. No problem, man. Naruto said to him. It's expensive though dude. Cyborg said not wanting Naruto to go into debt. Naruto scoffs, it's not gonna hurt my finances, trust me. He said with a smirk. 1 week later. Whoa. Beast Boy said looking at the finished tower. Did you have to make it shaped like a T? Raven asked as it seemed weird. What? T is for Titans. Titan's Tower. Cyborg said defending himself as he liked his unique design. I had given Cyborg the plans to use a X-Men style danger room for training purposes. Naruto said to them. Do you have video games? Beast Boy asked curiously. Never played any before now. Naruto said causing Beast Boy and Cyborg to freeze. Dude, you are so coming with us. Cyborg said as he and Beast Boy dragged him away to go to the mall to get him set up and some other things. The girls look at each other before shrugging and following. Later at the mall. Naruto gave them some money so they could get what they wanted for their rooms. Naruto is currently paying for the systems, which consisted of a Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and a PS4 and games picking some the boys would like and some maybe the girls would like. Alright, everybody got what they wanted? Naruto asked them. Yeah. The four said to him as they got what they wanted for their rooms. Suddenly Cyborg's arm began beeping. That was an alert, it's from the prison, someone just broke into it. He said as he set his arm to get alerts like that. I'll handle getting this stuff home. I'll meet you all there. Naruto said as they ran out, leaving him to pay for the stuff before taking it to the tower via Hiraishin. Few hours later. The stone-skinned thing that had what looked like cinder blocks on it marched into the prison. Hey, Cinderblock, usually the bad guys don't break out of the jail. Beast Boy asked it. And I can think of 5 good reasons on why you shouldn't break in. Naruto said as they stood in his path. Gonna come quietly? He asked Cinderblock. Or is this gonna get loud? Cyborg said with a smirk as he charged up his cannon. Cinderblock roared as he charged at them. Naruto rolled underneath his legs while Starfire punched him in the face, letting Naruto trip him. I'll go high, you go low. Beast Boy said to Cyborg. Got it, BB. Cyborg said, making his cannon. Cyborg charged at Cinderblock, firing at him as Beast Boy turned into an ankylosaurus and slammed his tail into the stone villain, sending him into a wall. Way to go, man. Cyborg said as they high-five. Just a week of training with Sage and we can take anything you throw. Beast Boy said with a smirk. Don't get cocky, Azarath Metrian Zinthos. Raven said, making some of the metal columns wrap around Cinderblock. Cinderblock roars as he breaks free, sending the columns all over the place. Seeing his chance, the stone villain began punching wall after wall down, making some of the inmates in the cells he busts through try escaping. Oh no you don't. Naruto said as he summons his chakra chains and wraps the inmates up with them. A few minutes later. Well, Cinderblock's gone. Beast Boy said as he changed back to normal when he was a bloodhound. According to the warden, the only inmate missing is someone called Plasmus. Naruto said as he just got finished talking to the warden. Well, I don't know about you all, but I could use some food. Cyborg said, patting his stomach. Where does all that food go if you don't have a stomach? Naruto asked him curiously. You don't want to know. And I do have a stomach, at least I think I do. Cyborg said to him. Hours later at the tower. You're a vegetarian? Naruto asked Beast Boy, who was eating tofu. I change into animals that can be eaten, it feels like cannibalism to me, Beast Boy said to him. Eating meat is okay. As long as you fight for animal rights. Things like saying no to animal testing and dog fights, farms are okay, as long as they're humane, Naruto said to him. Never thought about it like that. Beast Boy said as he always just thought that if he ate meat he'd be a cannibal to the animals he changes into. Yeah. Naruto said with a smile before the alarm went off. The chemical plant, it's under attack. Raven said as they got the point of origin for the alert. Titans, go. Naruto said, trying a catchphrase. That's not all, Cinderblock's back downtown. Raven said, getting another alert. Cyborg, Beast Boy, you handle Cinderblock. Raven and Star, you're with me, go. Naruto said as they left for their objectives. We need more teammates. We should hold tryouts. Cyborg said as while having Beast Boy wasn't bad, it was still just one person. I'll keep that in mind. Naruto said, making a mental note. Few minutes later. The three run into a large purple sludge-like monster with green eyes, drinking a vat of some of the chemicals made in the plant before Starfire blasted the end of the canister it was drinking from and looked through it to see them. That stuff can't be good for you, Plasmus. Naruto said to him as he could feel intense emotions from the man and the gunk around him and knew the chemicals he was drinking, like fruit punch, was highly unstable. Plasmus tossed the can away and burped. Gross. Raven said, disgusted. Plasmus snarled as he launched sludge at them. Naruto raised his hand and blasted the sludge with a gust of wind, destroying it. Remember, he changes back to human when he's asleep, so we gotta knock him out. He said to them. Starfire unleashed a volley of star bolts, making Plasmus back up as Raven launched some of the machinery at him. Plasmus tried to escape by splitting into 3, but Raven shielded the play so he can't escape. Azarath Metrian Zinthos. Raven said as she trapped the 3 in one spot. Shall we? Naruto said to Starfire. We shall. Starfire said with a smile. Starfire blasted them as Naruto threw a Rasen shuriken, causing an explosion. When the smoke cleared, they found a snoring man. Naruto ran over to him and placed a seal on the man's body. He'll stay asleep for 12 hours, plenty of time to put him back in his container and stay asleep. He said with a smirk. We are victorious. Starfire said, happily pulling Raven and Naruto into a hug. Easy, Star, don't forget you have super strength, Naruto said to her, groaning slightly. Naruto's communicator rings and he answers. Yeah. He said into it. We got Cinderblock, wasn't easy since he had a ray gun. Cyborg said to him. Good job, I knew you and BP could do it. Naruto said proudly. Thanks man, Cyborg said happily. We see a man with half of his body black and the other half orange. Impressive, within just a week he's turned 4 strangers into a pretty efficient team. He said, impressed with Naruto. The girl with white hair and a bandana similar to the man's mask, but hers covers her left eye, and with the orange on the opposite side and a black suit, was leaning against a wall. She has low E-cup breasts, an athletic body and a toned ass. I could assassinate him for you, Dad. She said with a smile. No Ravager, I want him around for a bit longer. He said to her. Your tea, Master Slade. An elderly butler said, bringing the man in the throne-like chair some tea. Thank you, Wintergreen. Slade said as he removed his mask to drink it. A few days later. Naruto decided to let the team enjoy the fair and do whatever. Starfire dragged him along as she wanted to try the Ferris wheel. But when they got on, Naruto was very silent. Are you alright? Starfire asked him curiously. It's just that, after you kissed me, Naruto was saying. Kiss? Starfire said, not understanding that. A kiss is a sign of love or closeness between two people, and I've never been kissed before. Especially not by such a pretty girl before. Naruto said, making her blush. All my time on this planet, all I could think of was my sister. I am worried about her. We Tamaranians may be able to travel through space unharmed, but it must be so lonely. Starfire said, thinking of her older sister. What's she like? Naruto asked her. She was born with a deformation, she has black hair and was always scorned and shunned by all but my mother and father. I was always there for her, just as she was, but sometimes I think I could have done more. Starfire said, thinking back to Blackfire's rough childhood due to her being different. I can understand that. I was an orphan at birth and shunned and ridiculed for something that was out of my control. If it weren't for those I called my friends, I would have gone down a dark path. Naruto said seriously, as things would have been different if it weren't for those close to him. That is so sad. Starfire said sadly. Yeah. Don't give up on your sister, because deep down I believe she may feel the same about you. Naruto said to her firmly, as this reminded him of what happened with Gaara. The two look at each other with smiles as the fireworks go off, but suddenly a squid-like machine grabs and takes Starfire. Star. Naruto said, flying after her. Let me go. Starfire said to the machine, trying to break free. I got you, Star. Naruto said as he formed a Rasen Shuriken. Suddenly a purple beam tore through the squid, destroying it. What the? Naruto said as a black-haired orange-skinned woman floated down. She had mid-F cup breasts, athletic but curvy body, and a firm round ass. Blackfire? Starfire said in surprise. Naruto was pulled into a kiss by Blackfire, who added a little bit of tongue to it. I love this world. Kurama said as Naruto was getting more action with ladies than he ever did back home. Naruto floated away from her, stunned. What's his problem? Blackfire asked her sister curiously before Starfire explained what a kiss is, making her laugh. Glad I have that effect on him. She said with a smirk. Starfire pulled Blackfire into a hug. Oh, it is so good to see you again. I was worried about you when the Gordanian sold you. She said before Blackfire shushed her. Like those lizard guys could ever end me. I'll always be here for you, little sister. Blackfire said, returning the hug. Later at the tower. So this is your sister? Cyborg said, looking at Blackfire. You can look Tinman, but be careful when you touch. Blackfire said to him with a half-joking, half-serious tone. I like her already. Raven said with a small smile. Dear sister, I got this for you. Blackfire said, holding an emerald attached to a necklace. Starfire gasps in shock. A Centauri moon diamond. Where did you get? She was saying before Blackfire interrupted her. On the Centauri moons, of course. Blackfire said as she put the necklace on her sister. Matches your eyes. She said with a smirk as Starfire smiled happily. You must really like your sister to get her such a nice gift. Naruto said to her as he did feel something was off. My sister is everything to me, mess with her and you mess with me. Blackfire said to him firmly to him. You can sleep in Star's room, it's late and we spar in the morning. Naruto said as Starfire happily pulled her sister to her room. The next day. Naruto watches as Starfire is training with Raven as Beast Boy spars with Cyborg before seeing Blackfire watching her sister. Hey Blackfire, how's about you and me spar? Naruto asked Blackfire as she was annihilating the others. Be careful, she's always been a better fighter than me. Starfire said to him. I'll be fine. Naruto said cracking some bones as this would a decent fight. Blackfire took a stance and started out with a spin kick, but Naruto caught it and threw her to the ground. You're good. She said with a smirk, liking a challenge. Most girls always say that to me after we have some fun. Naruto said with a smirk. Oh, I like you. Blackfire said to him as she liked his attitude. Blackfire charged at him and was about to bring her fists down on him, but he turned and grabbed her and slammed her on the ground and kept her there. Yield? He asked her, knowing how warriors fought. I yield. Blackfire said, surrendering. Don't feel bad, you lasted a couple seconds longer than Starfire. Naruto said, helping her up. So you beat her in combat as well? Blackfire asked him, getting a nod. Blackfire looked at her sister, who turned away with a blush. What's up with her? Naruto asked Blackfire curiously. Oh, nothing. Blackfire said with a smirk. Okay, who's up to party? Naruto asked everyone. There's a new club opening in town and I say we go and dance. he said, getting cheers from Beast Boy and Cyborg. Is he always like this? Blackfire asked Starfire as Naruto seemed to skill to be this easygoing. Sometimes you need a little balance, leave the superhero life behind and remind yourself you're a person. Naruto said, putting his arms around the sisters, getting another blush from Starfire. Hello muscles. Blackfire said, feeling Naruto's muscles. Raven looked jealous as a light bulb above them explodes. 2 hours later. Ah, what's wrong BB? Naruto asked as Beast Boy sat alone at the side. I have green skin, what girl would want to dance with me? Beast Boy asked him. Raven's trying. Naruto said, pointing to the cloak-wearing girl trying to dance. Yeah, but she doesn't have green skin. Beast Boy said, try to put heavy emphasis on the green skin. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Naruto said to him. Besides dude, any girl that rejects you because of your skin isn't worth the time, now let's get going. Cyborg said, trying to help before pulling Beast Boy onto the dance floor. Beast Boy was very shy until he heard a girl giggling. He turned and saw a very attractive Japanese girl with black hair that had pink highlights. She mid-D cup breasts, athletic body, and very bubbly ass high. He said, very nervous. Hello. The girl said, giggling. I'm Beast Boy. Beast Boy said, stuttering. Kimiko Yamashiro, what's wrong? Kimiko asked him curiously. Usually whenever I try talking to a girl they run away because of the green skin, Beast Boy said, as usually his green skin freaked everyone out. Well, guess you're lucky as green is my favorite color. Kimiko said, getting close, making him blush. Way to go, BB. Cyborg said to him as Kimiko pulled him onto the dance floor as Cyborg danced with some girl. Speaking of going. Naruto said as he made 2 shadow clones and sent one over to Blackfire and sent the other over to Raven as he went over to Starfire. Hello, Naruto. Starfire said with a small sad look on her face. What's wrong? Naruto asked her curiously. I see everyone enjoying their time with Blackfire more than they do with me. Starfire said to him. Wait, you're jealous of her? You wanted to be reunited with her more than anything. Naruto said as every day Starfire looked for her sister in the city, hoping to find her. Yes, I know, it's just that I didn't expect them to like her more than they did me. Starfire said sadly. Naruto held her hand and looked her in the eyes. They all care about you, and if you were gone, we wouldn't stop until we found you. He said, making her smile. Naruto looked over and saw Blackfire had a small jealous look on her face. Would you excuse me, I gotta do something. He said to her as the shadow clone he sent to Blackfire walked over to her. Naruto walked over to Blackfire the roof, now. He said to her as they went up to the building's roof to talk. What's up? Looking to have some fun? Blackfire asked him sensually. What's going on with you? Naruto asked her firmly. I don't know what you're talking about. Blackfire said, looking away. I'm an empath like Raven, maybe a little better. Ever since you showed up I've been getting feelings of guilt, anger and jealousy. Now tell me the truth. Naruto said, firmly wanting answers as he didn't like these feelings even if they were random. Blackfire walked away to the edge of the building and looked at the city. I hate her. She said to him, all my life I have been seen as a freak to all of my people because I look different, always seen with looks of disgust and hatred. She gets to have it all, friends and everything, and me I get nothing. She said as tears started to fall. You're wrong. You don't hate her. Remember those words you said to me about defending your sister and about that necklace, those words came from the heart, they were true. Blackfire, you are pushing all the anger you have felt growing up onto an object you can hurt, and you chose the one person who cares about you more than anything. She nearly killed the Gordanian commander when he insulted you, she has spent all her time looking for you, hoping and praying that you were okay. Now how's about you stop feeling so jealous and start being a sister to her? Naruto said as every word he spoke got her in the heart. What have I done? Blackfire said to herself. What did you do? Naruto asked her, knowing people did incredibly stupid things in times of emotional crisis. The necklace, the diamond, I didn't get it from the Centauri moons, I stole it from there. That squid machine was their scout probe sent to retrieve the Tamaranian responsible, and because I have similar looks to Blackfire was saying before Naruto caught on. They sent it to get Starfire. Naruto said, seeing it now as the bots were looking for someone to match her description. If they see her with that necklace they'll really believe she took it. Blackfire said to him. Suddenly they heard screaming as they saw Starfire being taken away by another squid machine. Coriander. Blackfire said, seeing her sister being taken before getting angry as her eyes shined purple as she flew after the machine. That's more like it. Naruto said with a smile as he flew after her titans. Follow my coordinates. He said into his communicator to the other titans. 25 minutes later. Perfect, we finally have you, thief. One of Centauri said as they had Starfire restrained in a glass tube wrapped up in some kind of ooze-like tentacle. Easy Kai, we have orders to bring her back alive. The head Centauri said to him as he piloted the glider. Yes, Commander Kron. Kai said to him, but would it hurt to have a little fun before we turn her over? He asked as he petted the glass with his crab claw. Suddenly Blackfire dropped onto the ship hissed you're gonna let my sister go and you're gonna do it now. She said furiously as her hair lifted as her eyes shined. Braid another Trog toy. Kai said as he launched a tentacle at Blackfire who grabbed it and yanked it sending him into one of the turbines, causing the ship to go to the ground. 2 minutes later. Prawn groans as he pushes some of the debris off of him and finds a Rasengan in his face. What did you do with Kai? He asked them as Cyborg pointed at his friend who was heavily bleeding but still alive. It was me, I'm the thief that stole your diamond. Here, take it back. Blackfire said tossing the diamond to him. You really expect us just to leave and not turn you in? Kron asked as he attached the gem to his belt. You will if you wanna live. Naruto said threatening him. Do you really expect us to leave without that Trog? Kai said before Naruto broke his arm. You have 3 minutes to leave or I am going to shove this into your heads. Naruto said as he held 2 Rasen shurikens in his hands. You dudes do realize that this planet is protected by the Justice League and the Green Lanterns, right? Cyborg asked them as he knew the Green Lanterns were guardians of the universe and the Justice League has had adventures in space. Prawn and Kai quickly left after that. Oh sister, I am sorry. I've just been pushing all my anger out on Blackfire was saying until Starfire pulled her into a hug. I know Commander. I'm just glad you did the right thing. Starfire said before Blackfire had a few tears before returning the hug. Blackfire, will you join us? Naruto asked her. Blackfire smirks of course, I should join the team mine and my sister's husband is on. She said with a laugh seeing the others' faces. What? The others except a blushing heavily Starfire said. On Tamarin we females are stronger and better than the males, so should a male defeat us in battle he becomes our betrothed. Blackfire said with a smirk. Raven seemed a bit angry as some rocks around them exploded. Damn kid you're getting married. Shukaku said laughing. Anyone else wondering why that keeps happening? Matatabi asked curiously as she saw Naruto was once engaged without his knowledge. Her powers are tied to her emotions, and considering this, I think she's jealous that they're getting married to Naruto Kurama said with a smirk as this girl seemed like Hinata in some ways. I can't get married to 2 girls. Naruto said stuttering. Harems are kinda common on planets like mine and others. Blackfire said hugging Naruto's arm and sending a knowing wink to Raven who looks away with a blush. Can we at least date a little first? Naruto asked them. Me first. Starfire said happily hugging his other arm. Who said we'd have to take turns sister? Blackfire asked sending a wink to her sister getting a dark blush from Starfire. Naruto fell back with a dark blush and a nosebleed as he fell to the ground, making the sisters laugh. Few days later. We have our own signature dishes Beast Boy said in excitement. Oh heavy meat lovers Cyborg said smiling seeing the pepperoni, ham, and sausage in his. Ready to try meat BB? Naruto asked Beast Boy. I guess Beast Boy said nervously. Why is theirs named the condiment explosion? Raven asked as she saw that Starfire and Blackfire's pizza was laced with condiments. Those 2 eat and drink condiments like it's food, Naruto said simply as he saw Starfire drink mustard and Blackfire drink ketchup, he then handed her own slice named Bright but Dark. Thanks Raven said to him as she enjoyed olives and mushrooms. As they ate their slices they froze when they heard an infant crying and saw it in the middle of the street. What the hell Naruto thought as he wasn't sensing anything alive from the baby carriage guys stop he said as he saw all of them wanting to save the supposed baby and when they saw a Trek run it over they would have cringed it didn't blow up at that moment. I'll admit he's not bad Ravager said to Slade. No that takes control to defy your instincts this boy is good, Slade said in fascination. Sure you're not developing a bit of a man crush there dad? Ravager asked him with a chuckle. When I see potential I hate to see it wasted, Slade said as he examined footage of Sage using and not using his powers. That's what you said about Robin before giving up and choosing this attractive guy. Ravager said as she was looking at the same footage her father was watching. Robin was indeed a prodigy, but this boy is a prodigy among prodigies despite his powers he mainly relies on his skill, Slade said as that was what caught his attention the most. Just try not to kill him when I decide to try and date him dad. Ravager said as her father was a bit choosy on who she dated. That actually might not be a bad idea Slade said making his daughter look at him in confusion. I swear I was joking. Ravager said to him a little creeped out by what he might have planning. I'll be back. Slade said to her walking away. The hell are you up to old man Ravager asked herself as her father was both a brilliant strategist and somewhat psychotic. Back with Naruto. So you think someone was trying to set a trap for us? Cyborg asked him as he examined the truck. Yeah, we're becoming popular meaning we've probably got the attention of someone big. Naruto said as villains or almost anyone who didn't like heroes made an attempt. If so then who? Beast Boy asked curiously. Well, trusting my instincts, we're not dealing with the big bad him herself, we're dealing with the pawns he or she is sending to see just what we can do. Naruto said his villains always like to test the waters to see what they were up against. This isn't over, is it? Blackfire asked, knowing from experience the enemy never stopped trying till something was accomplished or gained. Who are you snot munchers calling a pawn? A small boy with metal bat wings said from the air. And may we get a name from the lovely lady in pink? Naruto asked as he dodged a pink blast. The name's Jinx, Jinx said as she sent him a wink. She had high C cups, curvy body, and small bubbly ass. Okay, observation skills don't fail me. Bad luck powers, copying, super strength, genius, eye beams and portals, teleportation. Naruto said as he pointed at the enemy team listing their powers. Wow, handsome and smart. Jinx said with a grin. Mammoth, Gizmo, Billy Numerous, Seymour and Kid Wicked. She said, introducing her team. Wow, that's the best you got. Didn't really think of a good name for yourselves, did you? Naruto asked as those names sounded kinda lame. Hey, lay off, Snothed. Gizmo said angrily. Okay, Titans, just like we trained. Go. Naruto said. Hey, wait a minute, 1, 2, there's 6. Where'd the black-haired one come from? We weren't told of a 6th member. Mammoth asked, actually using his fingers to count, and was then punched in the face by Cyborg. Told. Naruto thought to himself as his earlier assessment was on point then. Hey, no fair, tag teaming. Gizmo said as Blackfire and Starfire were chasing him. You're villains, since when do you play fair? Blackfire said as she and her sister each hit a wing. Where is it? Naruto thought as he was looking for a camera around the more on the Hive. Well, Blonde, what do you think of the Hive Five so far? Jinx asked as he easily dodged her attacks. Kinda sad, you all could do so much better, to be honest. Naruto said as they could do better. Hey, we're the 5 best students at the academy, you snot muncher, Gizmo said, yelling at him as Blackfire had him by his collar. Academy? Naruto said to himself. Way to go, big mouth. Jinx said as Hive was supposed to be secret. For a portal maker, you were surprisingly predictable, Raven said as she had Kid Wicked tied to a light post. How'd you guess I was the real one? Billy Numerous asked Beast Boy, who stood on him. Dude, you may be able to replicate, but the nose always knows, bro. Sage prepared us for replicators. Beast Boy said as he often tested his senses to find the real Naruto whenever he hid himself inside the clones. Seymour tried firing, but Cyborg powered through the blast and covered his eye, sending him flying into a wall. Mammoth backed up in fear as Beast Boy became a Spinosaurus and smacked him across the street. DRR, Slade told us this mission would be an easy one. Seymour said in as Raven subdued him. Who is Slade? Naruto asked him, adding a little bit of raw Kurama chakra to make him look scarier to the villain. He won't talk, handsome. Jinx said to him as she was restrained by his chakra chains. Maybe you will. Naruto said to her. Sorry, not really into bondage, Jinx said with a grin. You'll find that I can find ways to make anyone talk. Naruto said with a smirk. Why don't you ask nicely? Jinx asked, acting cute. Naruto got close to her before she surprised him by leaning forward and kissing him, and in that moment, she used her powers to escape his chains. Clever girl. Kurama said, impressed. I swear that's Kunoichi Basics 101, Matatabi said as she had seen Yujito pull off that trick. So you do have a weakness. Jinx said as she got to her group, call me sometime handsome, kid now. She said as Kid Wicked made a portal, freeing himself before making a portal and transporting the Hive Five away, but not before Jinx blows Naruto a kiss. Man, you and women, I swear. Cyborg said as it was funny to see someone so powerful easily fall for seduction. We made a major mistake, we forgot to secure the teleporter, dude, those are the ones you always have to look out for. Beast Boy said as he fought people with that power. But we got a name, Slade. Raven said as she chose to take some good out of this. At least we won, dear friends. Starfire said, excited by their victory. Don't suppose you know anyone with the name Slade? Blackfire asked Naruto. I can think of one person who might know. I have a suspicion, but I need to be sure. Naruto said. Few hours later. Ah, Sage. Penguin said, enjoy seeing the man walk in. After Robin's tip, he followed up on Penguin. I need information, he said, as he and Penguin had a deal, no robberies or killing of any kind, and he could keep his club. What do you need? Locations with good food, wine, some places to get a good time with women. Penguin asked as he had knowledge of places that had illegal gambling, prostitution, and few other low-level crimes in the city. I need a name. Naruto said simply. Well, this name must be something for you to come here. Penguin said as he learned Sage was a much more easier person to deal with than Batman. Do you know anyone by the name of Slade? Naruto asked him simply. Slade, I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, Slade Wilson Aka District the Terminator. He used to be some mercenary for hire until he tried going up against a big bad and got his orange and black butt beat into black and blue. Penguin said with a chuckle, but I hear even the bat himself has trouble with this one, he said, knowing the man's work back in Gotham. Anything else? Naruto asked, wondering if Penguin was holding out. I heard he went through some kind of program, got enhanced skills, regeneration, and he's an expert with blades. His profile said he's a fan of double sword combat. Penguin said, snapping his flipper-like hand, and had one of his men bring over a file. Thanks. Naruto said as he walked away. Oh, and one more thing, rumor has it he has a kid who's more lethal than he is. Penguin said as he had gotten rumors about Slade having a daughter. Like father like daughter, Naruto said, walking out. That one much easier to deal with than the bat. Penguin said to no one in particular, as Batman had done something similar when he was at his club but usually beat all his men. Weren't you gonna give him the pass, boss? A grunt asked him. Ah, maybe next time. Penguin said simply. Later at Titan's tower. Deathstroke is after us. I heard he nearly killed Batman in their first couple of clashes. Beast Boy said, a little afraid as he heard what Deathstroke was capable of. He's observing us, wanting to see what we're capable of. He tested us with the Hive, Naruto said, as Slade got a good chunk of information from all of them, as people recorded them whenever they stopped crime. He used Hive to give us a push to see if we'd fight harder, he said, as the Hive students were a step up from regular crooks. This sounds like a completely different Deathstroke than the one who attacked Gotham years ago. Cyborg said, as Deathstroke was basically a thrill seeker wanting a challenge and not caring what the cost was to himself. He wanted the best no matter what. And he's got a daughter that's said to be more dangerous than he is, so there's that. Blackfire said, always knowing to prepare for an enemy that may or may not appear. Well, whatever he throws at us, I know we can handle it. Naruto said with a smirk, your move, Slade. He thought knowing Slade would make one soon, as men like him were never satisfied after only one encounter. Well, that plan failed miserably. Ravager said to her father. They weren't supposed to win, Slade said, looking at the newest footage as he had the students tagged. Hinda figured with how easily this sage and his titans took them down. Ravager said as her father played on a different game than everyone else. While it is true I expected them to last longer, it seems I underestimated Sage's strategic mind. Slade said as he believed the Hive to last longer against the titans. You underestimate. Ravager said as her father was the best tactician ever. When he gave an analysis it was usually on point, almost exact. Seeing him admit he was wrong is something to behold. See, I believed Cyborg would take on Gizmo, not Mammoth. Raven could tell where Kid Wicked could be before he transported himself. Blackfire and Starfire work well together. Beast Boy is more imaginative with the animals he changes into. I underestimated them all. This truly has been a learning experience. Slade said, impressed with how well Naruto has trained them to be. This is no ordinary opponent, he said, sounding impressed. I'll say, I bet he's cute under that mask. Ravager said as she too was impressed with Naruto's skills and wondered what the lower part of his face looked like. Settle down, Ravager, in due time. Slade said as he was just as impatient as his daughter to meet Sage, albeit both of them for different reasons. Few days later. When I said let's go on a date, I figured it was gonna be just one of you. Naruto said as he, Blackfire and Starfire were shopping and both sisters were using him as a pack mule. Well, we can't always wear our outfits when we go out, can we? Blackfire asked curiously. Yes, we wish to have more clothes to wear so we can do the blinding in. Starfire said to him. It's blending in, Star. Naruto said, correcting her as she was still adapting to Earth terms. Hey sis, why don't we show off some of our outfits to him as a reward? Blackfire asked, whispering into her sister's ear. I very much enjoy this idea. Starfire said, whispering happily and squealing in joy. What are you two whispering about? Naruto asked them curiously. Oh, nothing. Blackfire said, trying to look innocent. We are thinking about a reward for you. Starfire said with a smile. What kind? Naruto asked curiously. No spoiling the surprise. The two said as they kissed him on both sides of his cheeks. This will be entertaining, Kakuo said to the other tailed beasts. Will it take long? I think my arms are starting to cramp. Naruto asked as each sister had about 3 dozen bags. Maybe, maybe not. Blackfire said with a wink. I swear, how has he not been killed before? Matatabi said, wondering how no one has tried sex appeal on Naruto. 2 minutes later. Everything okay, Naruto was saying before he trailed off, feeling all his blood rush to 2 places in his body, seeing what the sisters were wearing. Blackfire is wearing a purple one-piece lingerie with splits on the sides, showing off her incredible body and legs while wearing purple high heels. Starfire has a dark blush on her face as she's wearing a red mesh dress like lingerie, revealing some very daring red panties and heart-shaped bra that only covered her while wearing red high heels. So you like? Blackfire asked Naruto, sensually wanting to look pleasing in his eyes as she strikes a sexy pose. Do we do it? The male-tailed beasts chanted as they felt Naruto had a heavy surge of lust. They were all silenced when they were kicked or clawed by the female-tailed beasts. "Idiots, he'll do it when he's good and ready," Kakuo said to them. Naruto passed out with a massive nosebleed as he lays on the ground with all the stuff the girls got laid all around him. "I do believe he liked it," Starfire said, slightly confused as she looked at her older sister. "Oh Cory, I know he liked it," Blackfire said with a smirk. They were all brought out of their thoughts when loud thunder and lightning was heard outside the mall. Something about that lightning and thunder, Naruto thought to himself as it sounded natural yet different. "Well, looks like that's our call," Blackfire said, letting out a sigh. "Oh, and sister, I have something special planned for tonight," she said, whispering in Starfire's ear. Seeing the girl soon blush and pass out too easy, she said to herself. "We got trouble on the bridge. What happened to her?" Naruto said, looking down at the passed out Starfire, who had a smile on her face. "Oh, Star just being Star," Blackfire said simply as she dragged her sister into the changing room. Few minutes later. "Whoa Jayuki, you feel that?" Naruto asked out loud, feeling intense electrical energy in the very air. "Something's up, Naruto, you can feel it even outside of Sage mode. This energy is somehow natural," Jayuki said to him. As being the only tailed beast with lightning, he felt the electrical current easy. "My scanners are going crazy. This lightning is messing with my gear," Cyborg said as most of his systems were glitchy. "This is magic," Raven said as she knew magic when she felt it. The team heard cackling laughter as a streak of lightning goes across the lights before landing on the bridge, showing a yellow-skinned teen with yellow hair and some kind of samurai-like armor. Then they try to stabilize their footing as the bridge shakes as larger blue-skinned teen drops onto it with similar armor, only his has a cloud on it, while the yellow one has a lightning bolt. "So amusing, brother, what else shall we do?" the yellow one asked the blue one, revealing they are brothers. "How's about stopping before someone gets hurt?" Naruto said as he channeled some of Jayuki's chakra. "We are thunder and lightning, no one commands us," Lightning said as he made electricity dance in his hands. "Stand down or get beat down," Naruto said angrily, as the damage these two could do is unfathomable. "If it is a battle you want, it is a battle you shall have," Thunder said as he clapped his hands, sending them all flying with a massive sonic boom. "Wow, now I get the whole thunder thing," Cyborg said. "What? I can't hear you over the ringing in my ears," Beast Boy said loudly. "Oh right," Naruto said as Beast Boy's ears weren't for show, as he had the hearing that of canines and bats, and thunder was always loud. "Stay back, mortals, or we will show you the power of nature," Lightning said. "They're not all talk," Raven said as she knew they were speaking manners of truth. "Are they deities, Japanese maybe?" Naruto asked as he looked at how they were dressed. "Possibly with the armor," Raven said to him. "Look, you two, we don't want to hurt you," Naruto said to them, not wanting to escalate this any more than needed. "Oh, trust me, Jinchuriki, you shall not," Lightning said, surprising him. "You know what I am?" Naruto said in surprise. "We know the tales of the beasts of old from our homeland, Masked One," Thunder said to him simply. "Do not mistake us for fools, especially when you tried to intimidate us with the power of Jayuki, the eight-tailed octobull," Lightning said with a superior look. "Oh well then, how about you take this?" Naruto said as he unleashed Light Hack. Don't mind if I do," Lightning said as he absorbed the lightning. "Oh right, Lightning," Naruto said, realizing his mistake. "What a rush," Lightning said in amazement. Brother, let us find amusement elsewhere," Thunder said to Lightning before the two vanished with a lightning bolt striking them. "Oh great. Okay, split into teams of two, spread out and find them. When you do, call the others," Naruto said as Beast Boy left with Cyborg and Raven and he left with Starfire and Blackfire. 1 hour later. "Come out, I know you're there," Naruto said as he was in the woods, "and lose the pansy robes and shit, you look ridiculous," he said as the clothing was just terrible. "Hello Sage, we finally meet," Slade said to him. "Not in person, clearly," Naruto said, knowing he was talking to a machine. "You can sense life, can't you?" Slade asked him as he theorized that was one of his powers. "You're behind thunder and lightning coming here, aren't you?" Naruto asked him. "Oh, not at all, they are just a happy occurrence I will take full advantage of," Slade said to him. "Not on my watch, Deathstroke," Naruto said firmly. "I prefer Slade, after all you and I will be doing this frequently," Slade said to him. "Whatever would be your Orochimaru. I'm going to take you down, Wilson, sooner or later," Naruto said firmly. "Japanese," Slade said, knowing the language translated the name Naruto used to large snake. "If Batman could beat your ass, what hope do you think you'll have against me?" Naruto said with a smirk. "You think you're better than Batman?" Slade asked, sounding amused until he stopped smiling as a kunai was pressed against the robot's neck. "Your ability to multiply yourself is impressive. I'm surprised you got past the robot sensors," he said. "The robot sensors were advanced." "Yeah, nice talk, goodbye," Naruto said, slicing off its head. "These good Ravager," said as sneaking past the robot sensors were a bit difficult. No, he's better, making this all the more challenging, Slade said, sounding pleased, and it's a good thing I have spares, he said, as he always had a backup plan in play. Back with Naruto. Whoa. Naruto said as they saw a giant monster made of flames stand up. This is our fault, what have we done? Lightning said, looking at his brother. We have summoned a force of destruction with our enjoyment, older brother, a force that will now burn all things away. Thunder said as the creature marched towards the city. Lightning and thunder make fire, but they also make the opposite, Naruto thought to himself. Kakuo Sobu Jayuki, mind lending me some help, he thought with a smirk. We created this, we shall destroy it as well. Lightning said with a serious face as he put his hand to the sky, and a bolt of lightning came down, causing the brothers to vanish. Okay, Titans, listen up, Thunder and Lightning got a plan, but we need to give them time. We need to slow that thing down. Naruto said as he used the water nature from the tailed beasts and used it to amplify the water techniques. A rain? Beast Boy said as he looked up as rain began pouring down. Never mind then. Naruto said as it seemed Thunder and Lightning had the same idea as he did. The fire monster roared in pain as the rain poured onto it. 1 hour later. Dude, you're growing trees, Beast Boy asked, seeing Naruto make trees grow rapidly. We give you our most sincere apologies, Jinchuriki. We came here seeking enjoyment and almost brought the wrath of a monster upon the innocents of the city. Thunder said before nudging his older brother. Yes, we were a bit crazy using our powers however we pleased. We never should have trusted that old man. Lightning said, slightly mad. Trust me, that man has a silver tongue, Naruto said as Slade seemed well versed in how to deceive others. If you guys are bored, people have all kinds of things to do for fun. Cyborg said as he could literally look them up for them. I think you two could be great members of our team with a bit of training, if you'd like. Naruto said, holding out a communicator he had Cyborg make. Maybe, thank you for the offer. Lightning said as they disappeared in a flash. Well, that was crazy. Cyborg said, rolling his shoulders. Yeah, let's go home. Raven said simply. Your move, Slade, Naruto thought, knowing Slade didn't mind waiting. Starfire blushed, remembering what Blackfire said back at the mall. Few days later. Dude, say what you will, that guy knows tech, Naruto said as he was checking what fix it had done to Cyborg. Yeah, he almost made me fully machine, Cyborg said as he wanted to keep what little humanity he had left. I can maybe fix some of the damage, Naruto said as his blood could do a lot. How? Cyborg said in surprise. Well, I have a bit of accelerated healing, I may be able to inject some of my blood into certain areas to help you regrow some skin, Naruto said, as it would need to be like a treatment. How much skin and flesh do you have, he asked, knowing it'd be more than 50%. Around 80%, Cyborg said to him as he kept most of his organs, muscle tissue on his arms and had 3/4 of his brain. Well, here, Naruto said as he gave Cyborg a syringe that's full of my protein and stem cells, along with my healthy blood cells. Hope this little cocktail does some good, he said as Cyborg took it and immediately began to do tests. Few days later. This guy is a villain? Naruto asked as he dodged a beam of light. Hey bold dude, I'm pretty sure the name Dr. Light is already taken. Beast Boy said, dodging a beam of light. It is? The villain asked. Yeah, pretty sure, Beast Boy said, remembering she was female and had actual light powers. That means you can't take that name, Mr. Arthur Light. Naruto said as Cyborg did facial recognition and found out who this guy was instantly. Wait, Light is literally his last name? Beast Boy asked before leaning to dodge a beam. Hey dude, when are you gonna stop shooting like a stormtrooper? He asked as this guy could barely hit a target. Silence, cretin, Light said as he blasted at Raven. Naruto didn't think and merely reacted, shoving Raven out of the way, taking the blast of light for her. Sage. Raven said before growling angrily before her 2 eyes became 4 red glowing eyes, then black magic extended from her cloak like tendrils before grabbing Light, who desperately tried blasting her, but nothing worked. What's the matter, scared of the dark? She asked in a dark demonic tone of voice, making the man scream in pure terror as he was dragged into the shadow of Raven's cloak. Raven. Naruto said, getting her attention as her 4 red eyes turned back into her 2 regular ones before releasing Light, who looked really fucked up for a lack of words as he seemed pale, was shivering in fear, and seemed to have piss and shit himself from pure terror. Raven turned back to normal before turning away from the others. Raven. Naruto said in worry and concern for her. I need to be alone. Raven said, disappearing into the shadows. What the fuck was that, Naruto thought as he felt Raven, but when she attacked the villain all he felt was rage. 3 hours later. And you said she never came out of her room? Naruto asked Beast Boy. Nope, her dinner's still in the kitchen, I figured she'd want to be alone after that. But she needs to eat, right? Beast Boy said as he was starting to worry about Raven, as was Naruto. Raven? You okay? Naruto asked, knocking on her door, getting nothing but silence. Listen, I know what's like to lose control and hurt someone. He said, thinking back to Jiraiya's scar and what he did to Sakura's shoulder in Tailed Beast state. I know what it's like to feel afraid of what you might do, Raven. I want you to know my door is always open for you. He said, wanting her to know he was there for her. You want me to leave her dinner in front of her door? Beast Boy asked him curiously. Sure. Naruto said to him as he left, leaving Raven to her thoughts. The next day. Naruto approached Raven's door and saw her dinner still sat there from last night. I'm starting to really worry, dude, she didn't even show for breakfast. Beast Boy said as he and the others stood with Naruto. Raven, you okay in there? Naruto asked, knocking on her door, getting silence. Raven. He asked again, this time the door opening, and when he ventured in he saw she wasn't there. Better leave, he thought to himself. Ah, where is she? Beast Boy said as he knew she entered her room last night. Spread out, try to find her, now I'm starting to worry. Naruto said to everyone who ran out, intent on locating her. Where are you, Raven? Naruto said to no one in particular as he looked at the things in her room, knowing better, but his worry was getting the better of him and soon felt Raven's presence in the room, knowing she wasn't there, which he found odd. Naruto walked around before feeling his foot hit something as he looked down and found a mirror, a hand mirror. You don't seem like the type, Raven. He said to himself as Raven didn't seem like the type to own a hand mirror, especially when she already has some mirrors in the room. I'm gonna look on the roof, see if she's there, Beast Boy said in urgency. You do that, she likes to watch the sunrise and set. Naruto said as Raven always got up earlier than the others just to watch the sunrise. Beast Boy ran out of the room to go to his destination. This room reeks of a familiar presence. Kurama said as something in this room brought something to his mind. Oh, I was beginning to think you all forgot how to talk. Naruto said as they've been silent for a while. Naruto, look out. Kurama yelled, feeling something negative from the mirror. Oh man, never want to do that again, Naruto said, feeling a little dazed. You can say that again. Son Goku said. Where the hell are we? Shukaku asked, seeing floating stones and paths, along with withered dead trees and red skies and black clouds. The goth girl's paradise. Naruto said as he really didn't understand goth people that much, but figured this was something they'd enjoy. Why do I get the feeling of deja vu? Kurama said to himself. Anybody else noticing the four red-eyed crows? Seiken asked, seeing the birds in the trees. We're inside of her mind, aren't we? Naruto said as those red eyes were the same as Raven's when she went berserk. A raven incoming. In pink. Jayuki said as a pink cloak wearing raven was coming down the path, very happy. This is new, Naruto thought as he was feeling a rush of joy coming from Raven and nothing else. The pink raven tackled Naruto into a hug as she giggled. Something's very wrong here, Naruto, and the tailed beasts thought as this was not normal. I'll say, this much joy makes Starfire look bland in comparison. Jimei said as this was a little scary to witness. Tag, you're it. The pink raven said before running down the path pretending to be an airplane. We need to get the fuck out of here, Naruto and the tailed beast said. How do we get out of her mindscape? Isobu asked in urgency. I guess wait for her to show up. Naruto said as he couldn't think of anything. I don't want to be stuck in here with her emoji clones, or whatever you want to call them. Shukaku said, knowing that pink raven was her representation of her joy and happiness. We should get out before we run into her lust. Matatabi said to the other tailed beasts, making sure Naruto couldn't hear. Oh shit, the other tailed beasts thought, knowing exactly what would happen if Naruto ran into Raven's lust. Naruto got tackled by Pink Raven again before putting his hand on her head to stop her from trying to kiss him. This is one messed up mindscape, and that's saying something considering how yours is. Kurama said as Naruto had a messed up mindscape as well. Hey there, handsome. A sensual voice said from behind him. Naruto looked, seeing a violet raven walk up toward him and immediately began grinding herself against him, teasing him with her body. Too late. The tailed beast said at the same time. It is taking everything Naruto has not to give in to her body. Violet Raven puts his hands on her ass. I've seen you checking out my ass, wanna test it out, big boy? She asked him sensually. And he's done, the male-tailed beast said. Enough. The real Raven said, sending her emoji clones away. That mirror you found was a way into my mind, not a toy. What are you doing here? She asked him. Your door was open and I wanted to check on you, Naruto said simply. See, can I get a hug? A gray raven asked him. Sure, Naruto said as the gray raven hugged him. We need to go, Raven said simply. Yeah, hey, why is your mind like this? Naruto asked her curiously, as a mindscape was a reflection of a person's mental state. I'm not allowed to feel, I constantly have to keep every single one of my emotions in check. Otherwise, explosions like you saw before. My powers are in tune with my emotions. Raven said as it was difficult always being in control. What were you feeling that made the explosions? Naruto asked curiously. Wow. The tailed beast said together, shaking their heads. You blonde idiot. A red raven said from down the path, very angry. Naruto looked at Raven, who glanced away with a slight blush. Rage is normally fueled by something, Naruto Kakuo said, as they better than anyone knew that. Raven. Naruto said, looking at her. Nobody has ever complimented me before besides my mother. When I look at you I don't know what to feel, it's like my heart beats too loud for me to think at all. Raven said, and when I saw you get hurt I lost control, she said, looking at anger. Those eyes, Kurama said, thinking to himself as he looked at the red-cloaked Raven. Let me guess that's why you've been here? Naruto asked Raven as her rage continued to march towards them. Yes, because my rage is a part of my demon half. Raven said as her rage grew in size. Demon half? Naruto said in confusion. Yes, the half that is my father. Raven said sadly. No fucking way. Kurama said in realization she's Trigon's daughter, he said, making everyone freeze. The Red Raven removed her cloak to show Trigon himself. I've been waiting for centuries to get even with this asshole. Kurama said, then realized something. Oh shit, it's not him. He said as this Trigon had 2 arms and was about a third of the original size. I once had to fight my inner rage, I didn't beat it, I accepted it. Think that could help here? Naruto asked Raven. Raven just looked down, not knowing what to do as she had kept all of her emotions separate from herself, all of them just one aspect of her she had. She soon relaxed and calmed herself. Should we be worried? Kurama asked, sensing a magnitude of emotions appearing. It's like a rainbow of ravens. Naruto said, looking at them all, then merged with Raven as Raven now had a white cloak instead of blue. Blue is more your color, but white works, I guess. He said, then saw her grow to match her rage self. Well, this just got interesting, he said as he got a good distance away. Would be more if you let us have a go. The tailed beast said at the same time. This is Raven's battle, Naruto said, not knowing what outside intervention would do in this kind of fight. Raven charged before jumping on top of Trigon, putting his head in her knees before twisting and tossing him aside as she skids to a stop. Come on Raven, kick his ass. Naruto said, cheering her on. Naruto, if you don't date her I swear, Kurama said to him as he found this a great opportunity to mess with and get back at Trigon. I will not go back into the dark. Trigon said in a mix of his own and Raven's voice as the two clashed beams. You're going back where you belong. Raven said ironically in anger. Naruto saw Raven win the clash of power, but before she could do anything to rage he stopped her. You accepted the other parts of yourself, why not her too? He said to her. By accepting her I'm accepting my darkness, I'm accepting him. Raven said to him. No, you're accepting how you see your darkness, and I have an annoying pain in the ass to confirm, Naruto said, referring to Kurama. Love you too, asshole, Kurama said to Naruto. Look Raven, you will never truly be whole if you do this. To be yourself you need to accept all of yourself, just like I did. If I can accept my darkness, so can you. Naruto said as he never regretted it since as he felt whole and complete after he accepted his darkness. Raven looked at her red self before she took it into her body, absorbing it, then felt an incredible rush flowing through her. Let's go home. Naruto said with a smile. Raven's room. The two came out of her mirror before it cracked and shattered. Well, good thing I'm probably not going to need that anymore. Raven said with a smile. Still don't get why your rage was mad at me, Naruto said to her. Fuck it, Raven thought as she pulled him into a kiss and after a few moments parted from him. You're a dumbass, she said with a giggle. Yeah, but I'm your dumbass now, if you want me to be. Naruto asked her, giving her his signature grin. Well, from what I felt last week, you really are a stamina freak, so let's see just how much, Raven said before they began to make out, which began getting more heated. Few weeks later. Dude, does this qualify as murder, Beast Boy asked him curiously as they were tossing a puppet into the wood chipper. Nope, that thing wasn't alive in the sense of a living being, Naruto said, as Sage Mode wasn't picking much up from the puppet. Magic, I swear, Cyborg said as he was a little creeped out by it sometimes. Few weeks later. Hey guys, there's a whale outside. Beast Boy said as he was sure whales didn't travel this close to shore usually. Great, it better not be who I think it is. Naruto said, hoping it's not Aquaman because the man was a drama queen. The group went outside and didn't find Aquaman, but someone with black hair and a blue suit standing on the whale. Greetings, the man was saying. Spare the long-winded sentences, Aqualid, what do you want? Arthur get himself into trouble with Black Manta again? Or is it King Shark this time? Or does it have something to do with this Trident guy? Naruto asked as Aquaman had as many enemies as there were fish in the sea. I am here for Trident, he stole chemicals off of that freighter he attacked, we could be looking at a very bad environmental disaster. Aqualid said as he and Naruto met on a few rare occasions. Hey Sai, how's that submarine thing you got going on? Naruto asked as Cyborg had a lot of free time. Good, I equipped it with launch tubes. Wait, you can breathe underwater, right? Cyborg asked him. No, just space, Naruto said as he could hold his breath a good while underwater. You have a giant turtle, a octopus and a whale horse inside of you and you can't breathe underwater? Raven asked him. Not without drawing attention, Naruto said as Asobu and Jayuki were huge. What kind of attention is there to draw in the ocean? Blackfire asked him. They are giant. Atlantean life force is the same as anyone else's. I can track him, just like I did when I had to save you and Aquaman from Manta and Shark. Naruto said looking at Aqualad. That was one time. Aqualad said as that was a situation where Naruto saved him and his mentor. Whatever, come on guys, time to dive into the blue world. Naruto said. Some time later. Either my powers are out of whack or I'm sensing multiple tridents. Naruto said as he was getting the same feeling of trident everywhere. Trident always did think of himself as perfection. Maybe this is why he seems to be everywhere, he's found a way to clone himself. Aqualad said as at first he believed Trident was extremely fast under the water, but this could explain why it's been so hard to take him down. So this Trident guy is like you? Cyborg asked as Aqualad showed him a picture and he saw zero resemblance. We are both Atlanteans, but he's more fish than man. Aqualad said as he had some fish-like traits but not as much as Trident. Not all Atlanteans are human-like, some are more fish than man, then there's the other undersea life. Naruto said as he's seen others like these Atlanteans before. Let's just find this guy before he finds us. Blackfire said not liking the enemy having an advantage over them, especially a strong one like being able to breathe underwater. Well, I sense we're close to the cluster of tridents I'm sensing. Naruto said. They came across a large sea cave opening. We are going in there? Starfire asked. It's where I'm getting the feel from. Naruto said also glad it seemed to be an undersea cave as they usually had air in them. Then let's go say hi to this guy. Beast Boy said. Is this the only way in and out? Naruto asked Aqualad. Pretty sure. Why? Aqualad asked. If we can't stop his clones from being made then maybe we can keep them trapped in this cave. Naruto said pretty sure they'd finish each other off if they were trapped. Alright then, locking onto the cave and ready to fire. Cyborg said. Then fire the damn missiles. Naruto said as one trident was enough. Cyborg pulled the trigger and fired at the cave, causing rocks to fall down covering the opening and sealing it. Wow, we stopped a bad guy's plot and it's not even time for lunch yet. Beast Boy said feeling very relaxed. Hopefully they'll all kill each other or fight till one is left standing, Naruto said as the phrase "you're your worst enemy" was never more right. Trident sees himself as perfection, locking him up with dozens of himself. They'd probably finish each other off. Aqualad said. Well, I may have issues with Aquaman, but why don't we keep in touch? Naruto asked Aqualad presenting a communicator. Sure, why not? Aqualad said taking it before swimming away. So why don't you like Aquaman? Raven asked curiously. Arthur's annoying, Garth's not. Naruto said simply as he would literally rather be anywhere than with Aquaman. So who do you think is gonna show for the tryouts? Cyborg asked Naruto curiously. Trust me a lot, I got the word out, Naruto said with his signature grin. Well, I've been doing some research on some people and wanted to let you have a look at them. Cyborg said sending over digital files to Naruto's pod of some of the people he's looked up. Crystal Girl, Alien Bug, and Guy from the future. Interesting, Naruto said reading the names out loud. Titan's Tower. Okay, welcome everyone, Naruto said as he was in front of Titan's Tower, seeing a good amount of people will all talk to you, learn about you, nothing needs to be revealed unless you want to, he said as everyone was entitled to their secrets. Few minutes later. Okay Blue Beetle, show me what you can do, Cyborg said interested in this tech-based hero. Back up amigo, Blue Beetle said making giant cannons from his hands eviscerating his targets. Alright, little more to stun side, but awesome just the same, BB number 2, Cyborg said smiling at his confusion as he was gonna mess with Beast Boy and him. With Raven. So you use magic? Raven asked a girl with a similar skin tone to her wearing a gothic style outfit. She had low D-cup breasts, slim but slightly curvy body, and a round ass. Yeah, that's what everyone thinks it is. Argent said in an accent to her as crimson energy formed around her. I can make solid constructs of my energy and manipulate certain laws of physics with it, and I can levitate, but at this point it's basically flight, she said, giving her a brief bio of her powers. Must have been a long flight from New Zealand, are you sure you're okay to demonstrate yourself? Raven asked as the saying a magician never revealed their tricks came to mind. Nope, I heard about this and wanna join, Argent said to her seriously. Well, it would be nice to have another goth girl around. Raven said with a small laugh. With Starfire and Blackfire. So you have a staff that shoots energy blasts, any hand-to-hand experience? Blackfire asked as she did some research on Stargirl and saw she was a good hero but wondered what she could do without the staff. I know a little kickboxing and how to actually use this in melee combat, Stargirl said to her. She had mid-D-cup breasts, athletic body, nice legs, and a bubbly ass. Sister Blackfire said as Starfire now had a bow staff. Let us see how good, she said with a grin. With Beast Boy. So you're a crystal? Beast Boy asked the girl who became a diamond statue. Yep, Cole said excitedly, turning normal. She had large C-cups, slim body, and a curvy ass. Awesome, Beast Boy said, turning into a bird sitting on her shoulder. You shit on me, you die, Cole said seriously to the guy turned bird. But Naruto. Let's see what you all can do, Naruto said, looking at the 4 recruits in front of him, Artemis Young Justice, Pantha and her younger 17-year-old brother Wildebeest, and Booster Gold. Okay, quick draw, show me what you got, he said, throwing some large targets in the air, adding a little chakra to increase the distance. I got this, Artemis said, quickly firing at all the targets, destroying them all. She had very high DD cup breasts, athletic body, and a nice round ass. Impressive aim, Naruto said to her, impressed by her natural talent. Okay, Pantha, let's see how much you can lift, he said, as the woman, a good head taller than him, was using Cyborg's weight machine, as she had incredible super strength. She had low F cups, curvy body, and big plump ass. Death by Shukaku said to Naruto, laughing maniacally before shouting as his sisters smacked him, as Naruto slightly blushed from that comment, which Pantha saw surprising her, as usually men were intimidated by her. Pantha grinned as Wildebeest clapped for her. Big deal, she's bigger than all of us, of course she can do that, Booster Gold said. Are you making fun of my big sister? Wildebeest asked him, snorting smoke in his face. Here's some advice, Smelly, try a tic-tac, Booster Gold said, using his hand to fan his face. Booster Gold, fuck off, Skeet, you can stay, Naruto said, looking at the little robot. Really? Skeets asked in a little bit of hope. No, Booster Gold said to him. Hey Dumbus, Naruto said as he grabbed Booster Gold's shoulder and teleported him to the dump, making him land on rotten old garbage and teleported back. Gosh, this is so strange, I haven't been anywhere without Booster before. Skeet said in amazement. Hey, I have a friend who'd really like you, go find Cyborg, Naruto said, thinking Cyborg could use a hand every now and then. Oh okay sir, Skeet said as he floated away looking for Cyborg. Okay Wildebeest, see that boulder? In your file it says you have superhuman strength, think you can break it? Naruto asked as he wanted to see how strong Wildebeest really was. Not only can I break it, but I can break it with my face, Wildebeest said as he got ready to charge. Whoa big guy, don't want to see you hurt yourself now, Naruto said with a light laugh. Thank you for showing care for my younger brother. Usually that's my job, Panthra said to him in a grateful sense. Well, if he's going to join my team, then it's going to be my job to look out for him, Naruto said to her, as it was a leader's job to look out for his teammates. Wildebeest charged at the boulder and reduced it to pebbles with one punch, still think I could have rammed right through it. He said as his sister and Naruto sent him a look. Impressive display of strength, Wildebeest. Naruto said, looking as Wildebeest high-fived his sister. 1 hour later. Welcome to the team, Naruto said happily as he and the other titans gave the recruits a round of applause. What happened to future guy? Raven asked curiously. He was an asshole, so I threw him away, Naruto said with a grin. Okay, you all listen up, you may have become titans, but that does not mean you are ready for the field just yet. You all must learn how to work together as a team before you can ever go on a mission. He said. Me and my brother work well together. Pantha said with a grin, looking at her brother. But not well together with the rest of us and them. You must learn to work together with all of us before you ever go on any patrols, Naruto said, as if a team didn't know how the members functioned, it usually ended in chaos. Few days later. An old man is our first foe? Pantha asked, not at all impressed as the police took the old man away. Thanks to Skeets here we caught him, Cyborg said to the new silver-colored drone. Gosh, it was mostly your work, sir. Skeet said to him. No sir, call me Cy, little dude, now come on, we gotta install the laser, Cyborg said as he was upping the tech inside Skeets. Next day. One step at a time, Cole. Naruto said as he was teaching Cole how to move in her diamond state. Whoa. Cole said as she felt like she was pushing against something much heavier than herself. Go at your own pace, don't want you to fall over again, Naruto said, making her blush in embarrassment. But Beast Boy. Are you sure? Beast Boy asked Pantha. Come on, come at me as a elephant, Pantha said, grinning like a predator. Beast Boy felt nervous, like he was actual prey at the moment. There are better ways to show your super strength, you know that right? He asked her. I know, but I like a challenge. Pantha said as she liked an animal charging at her. With Blackfire. Starfire was surprised Stargirl finally managed to get a decent hit on her sister, as that was not easy. The kid gloves can come off, Blackfire said with a wicked grin. She was holding back. Stargirl thought in surprise as they had been sparring for 2 hours and she was sweating up a storm. Okay, chill out, she doesn't have invulnerability so she can't exactly take one of your hooks, Naruto said as Blackfire got bloodthirsty in fights, wanting to unleash all her raw power. Buzzkill, Blackfire said as Naruto doused the flame that was her warrior spirit, wanting to do battle. But Cyborg. Are you sure about this, amigo? Blue Beetle asked Cyborg nervously. What's wrong, scared? Cyborg said teasingly. Well, when I'm in danger Kaji takes over the fight, Beetle said to him, telling him the scarab's name. Like fight or flight? Cyborg asked curiously. More focused on the fight, less the flight, Beetle said to him. So when you're in danger it takes over to protect you, Cyborg asked him. More like something it registers as a serious threat to the user when the user's life is at stake, Beetle said, as that was what scared him sometimes. How far does it go to protect you? Cyborg asked him curiously, wanting details. When I first got it, it nearly killed some thugs trying to rob me, and it really hates my dad. Blue Beetle to him. Tried to rip it off. Cyborg said, as that's what most people would do. Yeah, Beetle said, as that was a reason why he became a hero. Look man, I'm not coming at you like I'm gonna kill you. This is just a spar to see what you and the scarab can do, Cyborg said, glad Beetle kept him informed. Well okay man. Beetle said as his arms changed into two blades. With Raven. Don't strain yourself, lift as many as you can. Raven said to Argent, wanting to see how many objects Argent can lift with her powers at once. No problem love, Argent said as Raven was making constructs of girders, stacking them upon one another. After this we'll work on seeing if you can form constructs like a lantern can, as your powers are similar to one another. Raven said as her powers worked like that as well. But Naruto. Your special made bow and quiver, Naruto said to Artemis. What's so special about them? Artemis asked him curiously. I had Cyborg scan all your arrows and put them into slots in the quiver and put a seal at the bottom of each slot. You had what, 30 types of arrows? Well, I put about 100 of each, meaning that quiver holds 3000 arrows. Also the bow I enhanced to the string with some of my chakra. It furthers your reach and speeds tremendously, Naruto said as Artemis looked stunned and then excited. Wow, and I thought I could make things. Artemis said as she mostly made her own gear. Don't worry, with my help and from the others we'll make trick arrows that nobody will ever see coming. Naruto said to her with a smile. And here I thought you were just a handsome face. Artemis said with a chuckle. He's way more than that, trust me, Raven said as she walked in with an unconscious Argent. What happened? Naruto asked her. She overexerted herself, I'm just taking her to her room so she can rest. Raven said. Where'd Cyborg go? Naruto asked, seeing just Beetle but not Cyborg. He said he and Skeets had to finish some surprise. Blue Beetle said to him. Week later. Is he still in the garage? Naruto asked the team. Yeah, the team said in unison. I keep thinking he's making something for all of us, that's what's taking him so long. Beast Boy said, taking a guess at what Cyborg was doing. Yo Cyborg, you've been in there a week, what the hell are you doing? Naruto said, knocking on the garage door, seeing a sports car that bared resemblance to Cyborg's tech. Presenting the T-car, Cyborg said with a grin covered in motor oil and grease. How are we supposed to fit in that tiny car? Wildebeest asked him as he and his sister were bigger than the car. Guess we're going to have to get started on vehicles for the others, Hasai. Skeet said to Cyborg. So we all getting vehicles themed like us? Sweet. Beast Boy said with a grin. Yeah, I'm good, I can carry a few people around me, Naruto said as his flight was basically manipulating gravity. Well, you can't exactly fly everywhere, aren't you always going on about low profile out in public? Beast Boy said. And riding sports cars with our themes is inconspicuous, Naruto asked him, raising an eyebrow. I'm just saying it'd be cool if we all could get vehicles too. Beast Boy said as flying and running so much was tiring. He's got a point, we can't fly everywhere carrying the others that can't all the time. Raven said. I want a chopper. Wildebeest said before Panther put his hand down. I retrofitted the sub to act like a cargo plane, so that's handled. Cyborg said as he hollowed out the inside to hold more people. I think he's talking about a motorcycle, dude. Beast Boy said, referring to Naruto. And I was bored anyway, Cyborg said, pointing to a black motorcycle with orange highlights. Cool, so where's our bikes? Blue Beetle asked him. You can fly, Cyborg said, knowing he didn't get exhausted. Just because you can fly doesn't mean people don't want another way to travel, Beetle said to him. How do you expect me and my brother to be able to travel around the city? We can't exactly super jump, Panther asked him as Naruto flying was nice, but she preferred being down to earth. I don't know what to tell you, lady. Cyborg said to her. Great, so he makes a teched up flashy car and he gets a sick ass bike and we get nothing because we can fly. Stargirl said, a little mad he didn't make things for the rest of them. You waste no energy, woman, why you giving me attitude? Cyborg asked. Whatever, I'm getting some lunch, call me when there's something interesting to do. Stargirl said, walking out of the garage. Yeah, what she said. Wildebeest said, following her as Panther followed him before the others did. What did I do? Cyborg asked to the others. They're all probably just a little upset you didn't make something for them, and just this car and bike, Naruto said, as he could understand that they were either mad not to get a ride or pissed cause they needed to rely on someone else for transport. So they're mad just because they didn't get anything? Cyborg asked. Pantha's very prideful, she probably sees needing someone else to get around as something bad, Naruto said as he could understand. Whatever, who wants to go for a ride? Cyborg asked them. I'm game, Raven said as she was in the passenger seat as the others got in the car as Naruto got on his bike. Can I come? Cole asked him. Sure, Naruto said to her. Booyah. Cyborg said as he put the pedal to the metal. Few hours later. The fuck happened to you, Naruto asked. Cyborg looked like crap. I was hijacked by that little runt, Cyborg said heatedly. Ismo, Naruto asked Raven, who nodded as Cyborg was seething in rage. You put a tracer in it, right, or a remote to control it? He said as Batman had both those things for his car. Tracer yes, remote no, but I'll add that next time, Cyborg said, wishing he thought of that as that sounded cool. Oh, and dude, I was looking over your treatment, Naruto said as he was looking over Cyborg as he treated himself and saw he had a certain ability. Dude, you can fucking fly, you have rocket feet, he said to him. You telling me I can fly? Cyborg said excitedly. Yeah, and maybe you should give that car to our non-flyers, Naruto said as they really needed it. But it's mine, I made it for everybody. Cyborg said. Then let everybody else use it, Naruto said to him. You have a motorcycle now and you can fly. So you're saying I can fly and not have a car? So maybe you don't need a motorcycle since you can fly? Cyborg asked him. Touché. Naruto said as he liked his new bike, then make a new T-car, and I mean for the team, he said to him. I could make vehicles for everybody, that way everybody gets their own thing. I mean, I made your bike to be perfect with your skills. Why can't I do that for everyone else? Cyborg said. We may get more members. Have you seen how big I made this place? Naruto asked him as there was more than 24 floors. And, your point? Imagine the garage, Naruto said as the sub took enough space. You just ruined my fun for making things, you know that. If Pantha and Wildebeest get mad then that's on you. Cyborg said as he enjoyed inventing new things and Naruto just ruined his chance to make things for everybody on the team. Sai, come on. Naruto said as there wouldn't be enough space. No, I get it, you're the one who brought us together, so that means you get your own ride. Cyborg said to him. Fine, but not my fault when your baby is scratched, Naruto said, giving Cyborg the green light. Dude, we can expand the garage, we have an entire island of space. Cyborg said to him. Dude, this island is like a 2 to 3 mile radius, Naruto said as it was very small. I meant underground. Cyborg said. There's only so much space. Naruto said as the sub took up the sub-basement. You're a walking headache, you know that. Let's find my dang car already. Cyborg said, taking to the air as Naruto sighs and does the same following him. Logic does that, Naruto said as they took off. There's logic and there's being nice, so everyone has something, Cyborg said to him. 2 hours later. Get your tiny ass out of my damn car. Cyborg said as he was on the hood of his car. Dude, I'm turning this thing into a convertible, Naruto said as he sliced the top part of the vehicle. Oh, now you care about a car. Cyborg said sarcastically as he was missing the top part of his car now. Don't start, Naruto said as he pulled Cyborg up a little. Look, you pit sniffers, I hey. Gizmo was saying before Cyborg yanked him out of his car. This is going to hurt, Frodo. Cyborg said before punching Gizmo. Guess he got real short with you, huh? Naruto asked him with a chuckle. If I wasn't ticked I'd laugh with you. Cyborg said, looking at his missing roof. Oh, come on, man. Naruto said as that was a good pun. If vehicular space is going to be a problem, then why in the world did you want people without powers? Because it makes me think to you, if you can't fly you need someone else to help you. Well, I didn't expect for you all to make it such a big deal, Naruto said as not every hero flied. You know what, I'll just make something so everyone can fly and I can keep my car and you can keep your dang bike. Never should have made it in the first place. Oh, flyers don't need vehicles, bunch of shit. Cyborg grumbled as he got in his car. Oh, I took care of the flight thing, Naruto said, as when Raven and Cyborg left he made rings that messed with gravity that allowed flight. Why didn't you said that from the fucking beginning? Cyborg asked him before growling as he drove home. I like a decent argument, Naruto said with a chuckle as Cyborg punched him in the arm. Ow, what? He said as that hurt a little. You can be such an asshole at times. Cyborg said to him, hey guys, we got Gizmo, let's head home. He said over the comms. Next day. This is awesome, Cole said as she was floating in mid-air doing things people wanted to do if they were ever weightless. The RRG, I don't like flying. Wildebeest said, looking a bit green. Same. Pantha said, also looking a bit green. Well, this is flight training and are you two giving up, Naruto said, knowing he was poking at their egos. Fuck you, little man. Pantha said before holding her stomach. Yeah, gah, you try being a smartass. Wildebeest said before groaning. Get used to it as someone was too cheap to put in a bigger garage in the blueprints, so you all can't get vehicles, Cyborg said as Naruto flipped him off. Enough of the dang garage already. Naruto said to him. Oh, no chopper. Wildebeest said sadly, knowing he's not going to get a bike. The chopper is like one of the slowest and easiest air vehicles there is, Naruto said, as a helicopter was a easy target. I wanted a damn bike, not a helicopter, you fucking retard. Wildebeest said. Fine, everyone gets a bike, Naruto said, giving in to their demands. Oh no, you don't get to change your mind, Mr. Put a big shit about garage space, Cyborg said to him. You really want to talk, Mr. I didn't agree in the first place, Naruto said to him. I made that bike and I can take it away, Whiskers. Cyborg said simply. Alright, geez, we can make things for those who want something, Naruto said simply, but no helicopters, he said to all of them. Yay, chopper bike. Wildebeest said. He loves his motorcycles. Panther said with a chuckle. I just wanted a bike so I could shoot while on the road, Artemis said. I'll install an arrow gun, Naruto said, as that was the best he could do before he heard groaning as above him were Panther and Wildebeest. No. He said before the two threw up all over the floor. This is karma, he said, as it was one of those days before groaning loudly as some of their throw up got on him. A few days later. You cannot be serious. Ravager asked her father, sharpening a knife. This is a major step down for you, she said to him. I mean, nanite, seriously, she asked him. The sage isn't one I can go after physically, so I must go after him mentally. Slade said to her as he had seen how much care he had for his team, and he's increasing his ranks considerably, unlike the Justice League, he said, as he was impressed Naruto was increasing his numbers. Well, the Justice League had around 10 members when they first started bringing others in. So what, you think that just because he's starting to make his own league that means you can target them? You push him in the wrong way and it could be the last thing you do. Ravager said as she had met men similar to Sage willing to die or put their life on the line for their friends. Of course. Just like any wild animal, draw them into a corner and they will lash out. Slade said. I'm just saying you're playing a dangerous game here, father. Ravager said. If the game wasn't dangerous then it wouldn't be worth playing. Slade said as he enjoyed risks, the thrill, and all the danger that followed. Seriously, I can't tell what messed with your head worse, that damn Lazarus pit or those drugs, Ravager said to her father. Do not push me, daughter, or perhaps I should put some of these nanites in you to keep you in line, Slade said. Oh please, if that was an option you would have done it to Jericho, Ravager said, calling his bluff. Slade brought out a knife and held it against her throat. Do not go there. Or you will meet the same fate as your brother Grant. He said, holding in his anger. Ravager just stared at her father as he pressed the knife against her throat, a masked staring contest, seeing which would fold first, before Slade pulled the knife away and walked off. 1 week later. This is so cool, Cole said as she made Crystal appear from the ground up. Knew we could find new powers after you learned how to walk in your crystal form. Naruto said as he believed Cole had more to her than being a walking statue. Ooh, I wonder if my crystal state could be like a prism. I'd make like a disco ball for Starfire and Blackfire and the others. Cole said. Or an intense deadly laser, Naruto said, a little frightened by that idea. Hey, what goes around comes around. I could bounce them back. Cole said, wanting to take an energy blast and send it back. Let's take this one step at a time, please. Naruto said, not wanting her to go past her limit. You're sweet. Cole said with a smile, knowing he was worried about her. Whoa. Beast Boy said, getting their attention as he just got tossed by Wildebeest. When you two said you could lift an elephant, I thought you were joking. He said, looking at Wildebeest and Panther. That was awesome, these workouts are really working. Let's try a whale next. Wildebeest said. Whoa, easy there little bro, Panther said as she wasn't too sure about that. Let's try a T-Rex, she said in excitement. Okay, Stargirl, just like we practiced spread shot. Naruto said as he had been teaching Stargirl new and creative ways to fight. Stargirl pointed her staff and fired at targets, making them explode like fireworks. Nice, when we're going up against someone, those firework-like blasts can be used as a good distraction. Naruto said as they were impressive to see. Really? My stepdad always said they were kinda useless in a fight, Stargirl said as her stepfather doubted her skills a lot. Every move and skill has a use, one just needs to find the right way to use it. Naruto said as that was the truth and something he had to learn. Stargirl looked as the staff glowed. She said, thanks for the compliment. She said to him. It's ancient, Naruto asked her curiously. In its own way, Stargirl said to him. Naruto turned and saw as Beast Boy once again got tossed before he turned his attention to Artemis, who was fully abusing her new bow and quiver. Having fun, he asked her. Yeah, would like to see what Speedy has to say about this. Artemis said. Yeah, Speedy is a bit of, Naruto said as he heard about the Red Archer and noticed he was a bit arrogant. So how much have you improved, he asked, wondering how good she had gotten with her new gear. A lot. Artemis said with a smirk. Bud wouldn't want this to be compared to the training Sportsmaster gave you now. Naruto said to her. I don't know what you're talking about, Artemis said, very tense and having a cold sweat. I get it, well I'm here when you're ready to talk. Naruto said as he gave her shoulder a friendly pat before walking off. How'd you find out? Artemis asked him as she was sure Green Arrow hid that well. The fighting style you showed during the tryout seemed similar to Sportsmaster's, and I did some digging. But I wanted to wait until you yourself were ready to admit it. Don't worry, I won't tell the others, that's for you to do when you choose to do so, Naruto said as that was her business. Thanks, Artemis said as she always hated it when her past followed her. Naruto walked over to Raven who was with Argent. You two seem to be getting along, he said. Similar backstories, sorta. Raven said neutrally as they shared a look in understanding. Oh, I thought you were gonna say because you two have that goth thing going on. Naruto said with a chuckle. Well, there is that. Argent said with a laugh as they had pretty similar taste. So how goes her training? Naruto asked, wondering about her progress. She's learned how to make constructs now. Raven said as that was serious improvement. Well, that's good, bad guys better watch out. Naruto said as he gave Argent a friendly pat on the back. Then he saw Beast Boy getting tossed again. Okay, enough of that. He said as seeing BB getting tossed so many times was getting painful to watch as he could see the green animal changer was getting a little greener than his regular shade. Okay Naruto, I want to spar, Pantha said to him, cracking her bones. The room went quiet. Oh, this'll be fun, Blackfire said as she knew Pantha wasn't as strong as a Tamaranian, but she did show much strength to prove she wasn't to be underestimated. Taking bet, Cyborg said, betting on Naruto. My money's on Pantha, Beast Boy said as he still felt a little sick. Better change your mind, dude, because I'm betting on Naruto. Blue Beetle said as he believed Naruto was stronger. You know who we got, Blackfire said as she added in some cash for her and Starfire. Naruto and Pantha stood alone in the ring. You can back out now if you wish, Pantha said, cracking her knuckles. Backing down isn't in my vocabulary, Naruto said with a grin. Pantha grinned as she charged, throwing the first punch, but Naruto grabbed her arm and flipped her onto her back, surprising her and everyone else, but not before he got her into a headlock. Tap out, Naruto said with a grin as Pantha struggled and was turning red as she was running out of air before finally tapping out. Wildebeest couldn't believe that this guy actually managed to beat his older sister so easily. Hey up, Beetle said to Beast Boy and Wildebeest. Don't push it, Bug. Wildebeest said as he snorted smoke in his face. Okay, but still, where's my money? Beetle asked him seriously. Do I look like I carry money with me? Wildebeest asked him, gesturing to himself. Yeah, well, I want my money, Beetle said to him. Keep bothering me and I'm going to break you. Wildebeest said as he cracked his knuckles. Bring it, Beetle said as his scarab increased his muscle. Wildebeest grabbed his face before growling as he held him up to his level. Enough. Naruto said, getting in between them. You got lucky, punk. Wildebeest said before he went over to his sister to help her up. Funny was about to say the same to you, Beetle said, not backing down. Dude, don't tick off the guy who could snap you like a toothpick, Naruto said. I wouldn't pick a fight with a guy with a blasters, Cyborg said to him. Yeah, except during training the blasters barely phased Wildebeest, showing he has some invulnerability, Naruto said as he knew Beetle would get his ass kicked as he was right now. Besides, you hurt him and then you'll have to deal with one ticked off sister. He said as Pantha was currency punching a solid cement wall. Beetle gulped in fear, knowing he wouldn't stand a chance against her. Later with Ravager. Very interesting, Ravager said as she was using a spotter scope a good distance away from Titan's tower, seeing Naruto meditate on the roof. So glad this is a safe distance, she said, as Naruto seemed like a sensor, always knowing where people or things were, but he didn't have foresight and had a specific range of things he could sense. Are you spying or drooling? Slade said over her comms. I swear you kill a good stakeout, Ravager said as she admired what she saw. Remember, daughter, we are here for my apprentice, not a new boyfriend for you, Slade said over the comms. And who says we can't mix business with some pleasure? Ravager asked with a grin. And you wonder why you're not my apprentice? Slade said to her. Oh please, you follow your master's BS ideology, no women is my heir, fuck you and fuck him, Ravager said as her father trained under Ra's al Ghul. Just do what you're told while I prepare. Slade said before cutting off the comms. Oh, I intend to, Ravager thought, still checking Naruto out. The next day. Naruto was sleeping before hearing someone knocking on his door, before he yawned and got up to see it was Cyborg. Sigh, it is like 5 in the morning, what it's late, Naruto was saying before Cyborg interrupted him. What's he want? Naruto asked seriously. Cyborg and Naruto went into the main room to see Slade on the monitor. Pretty stupid of you to call, Naruto said, remaining stoic. Good morning, Titans, I do hope I didn't wake you, Slade said. What are you, an insomniac? Who calls in 5 in the morning? Beast Boy asked before Raven elbowed him. What do you want? Naruto asked him. Well, that's precisely what you've been trying to figure out, isn't it? And despite your best efforts, you're still in the dark about my true intentions. Disappointing, Sage, I've come to expect a bit more from you. Slade said to him. Like I care what you think. Naruto said to him. But considering how you haven't figured it out, I guess I'll just have to tell you. I'm sure you all are familiar with the concept of a chronoton detonator. Slade said as two of his grunts pulled off a tarp to show a machine which expanded. The what now? Wildebeest asked. A machine that can stop time. Permanently. Raven said, showing how serious this is. If he triggers that thing downtown, it'll freeze frame the whole city, Cyborg said. Considering you and your friends, I'm sure you can figure out where it is, but I hold the detonator switch in my hand. So time is not on your side. Slade said before he cut the transmission. He's playing us, Naruto said, knowing Slade had something up his sleeve. But considering the situation, can we really take that risk? Argent asked him. No, play the transmission back. I think I saw something being reflected off of that thing. Naruto said to Raven. Raven typed on the computer, zooming in on a reflection before doing some adjustments and flipping it to show Pier 41. The docks? Why have it at the docks? Beetle asked. Blue security, easy bribes, a lot of illegal goods come through the docks, Naruto said to him. Let's go. All of us? Artemis asked him. Yes, we're going to need everyone's help on this. Naruto said seriously, as Slade would have either prepared for them to all go or to leave the new members here to launch two separate attacks. Skeets, man, security, no one that's not us comes in or out. The slightest hint that something's wrong, call Cyborg, he said to the hovering little robot. Yes sir. Skeets using a robotic arm to salute. Okay, Titans go. Naruto said to the others. 20 minutes later. Alright guys, I get this ninja stuff, all stealthy, you gotta blend in with your Beetle was saying before Panther walked and knocked him over and breached through the door to a warehouse. Don't you have cloaking, Cyborg asked him curiously. I don't know. Beetle said to him. Where is the bomb? Blackfire asked curiously, wanting to get back on task. Suddenly tons of Slade's goons filled the room. Finally some action. Panther said as she started ripping the robots apart. Please tell me you knew they were robots before you did that. Beast Boy asked her in slight worry. Who else would work for a loco guy like the Slade guy? Panther said as most villains used robots. Robots, huh? Then that means we don't have to hold back. Wildebeest said, cracking his knuckles. Titans, take him. Naruto said as they charged, tearing the robots apart. 25 minutes later. We see them standing over a pile of the bots as we see Wildebeest panting from excitement just as one of the bots moved before he smashed its head. But Slade. These individuals have shown drastic improvement. Sage is teaching them well. If this keeps up, I'll have more than the Justice League to look out for, Slade said, as each individual was performing better than he anticipated. You said it'd take them an hour to smash them. I said they'd do it in less than 30 minutes. Ravager said, smirking superiorly at her father. This boy seems to defy my calculations, Slade said as he was now more than ever convinced he needed Sage as an apprentice. But Naruto. If the bomb ain't here, where is it? Artemis asked curiously as bombs usually had distinguished and traceable markers. Suddenly Starfire and Blackfire let out explosive sneezes, accidentally letting off some of their star blasts. Disundit. Raven said as everyone backed off. Forgive us, we are allergic to metallic chromium, there must be a source near us. Starfire said. Interesting, Cyborg said, taking a reading. Not really, chromium allergies are kinda common back home. Blackfire said as her nose felt stuffed. Not that, one of the key components to a chronoton detonator is a metallic chromium core, which means, Cyborg said with a smirk. They can help us track it. Argent said as they looked at the sisters, who let out a whine. Few minutes later. The sisters lead them down into the sewers before sneezing again. What a lovely smell, Argent said sarcastically as they were in a sewer. Try having heightened senses. Panther and Wildebeest said, wanting to vomit out their stomachs. Found a boat. Beetle said, pointing at a boat that had one of Slade's robot goons on it. Fake, Naruto was saying when suddenly Cinderblock charged through a wall and tackled him through another. We don't have time for this. He said angrily as he buried his fist in Cinderblock's stomach, causing the stone villain to fall to his knees before hacking up rocks. Talk about a heavy breakfast, he said, not expecting the villain to hack up rocks seriously. Slade sent you easy, he said to him, then froze as he heard sparks. Oh shit, he said before seeing the others just staring at him. Hey, move. He ordered them as living energy attacked him. What is that? Cyborg asked, seeing the living energy attack Naruto, and did a search and found something overload, he said, as the artificial intelligent electric monster has been known to attack power plants and other locations of electricity, draining them to power itself up. Though after that bomb, I can handle these freaks. Naruto said as he took his coat off and popped the joints in his neck as Cinderblock and Overload roared, charging at him. Hot was what most of the women thought. Strong Panther thought, liking that he was pushing them back. Let's go, Beast Boy said as they took off after that boat. Naruto smirked as he looked at Cinderblock get back up after getting sent through a concrete pillar. Let's go, you walking brick house, let's see how much you can take, he said to him. Cinderblock roared as he charged once more before Naruto turned and stuck out his foot, causing Cinderblock to go into overload as the two fell into the water. "That's gotta hurt," Naruto said, seeing overload short-circuited while shocking Cinderblock. "Wow, didn't know a rock could be fried," he said, as he didn't know if that'd work. Naruto noticed something in Cinderblock's hand, seeing some kind of device showing a set of coordinates, making him smirk. "Hurry, young titans, your time runs short," Slade said, watching the others on a monitor before a door exploded showing Naruto. "Actually, we just went into overtime," Naruto said, walking inside. "Sage, welcome, I was expecting you for some time. I was beginning to think I had my hopes drop if you couldn't handle Cinderblock and overload," Slade said. "Oh please, those drag queens, one needs to be shorted out while the other goes down after a few decent punches," Naruto said to him. "True, is this what you're wanting?" Slade said, holding the trigger before putting it down. "If you want it, come and take it," he said to him. "Either you're an idiot, that's a fake, or you just want to fight me, which is it?" Naruto asked as Slade put too much into this meeting. "Come and find out," Slade said to him simply. Naruto simply walked up to the remote before Slade knocked him away with a kick. "Set me up the whole way, respect," he said to him, "but I have tricks too," he said as he put a seal tag on Slade's foot, shocking him, but saw it did little damage. "Oh I know, which is why I prepared for this," Slade said to him. "You have skills, Sage, many great skills. But you waste them on petty heroics," he said. "Well, if anyone understood petty, it's you," Naruto said to him. "So how we doing this?" he asked, seeing him pull out a sword. "Oh, sword fight an oldie, but a goodie," he said, a little surprised. Slade threw replica sword to him. "I haven't forgotten my roots, now pick it up," Slade said, wanting to see how he handled an actual sword. "Fine, I'll humor you," Naruto said, picking up the blade. Slade charged and leapt into the air and swung, but Naruto dodged. A moment later a piece of machinery fell in two pieces as some of the gears around them fell to the ground. "Geez, and you lost to Batman?" Naruto asked, as it was basically even as they both had losses and wins against one another. "You'll find I'm a different person than I was back then," Slade said as he popped the joints in his neck. "Yeah, you're on Mirakuru and took a dip in raw psycho water," Naruto said as he had Penguin look into more of Slade's history. "Oh, it's so much more than that," Slade said to him. "Doubt it," Naruto said to him. "Knowing you, I figured this fight would have been finished by now. The entire city is in danger and here you are wasting your time with me," Slade said, trying to play mind games to get to them. "I have friends I trust with my life, they're more than capable to deal with your BS bomb," Naruto said with complete and total resolve. "Of course, friends. I wonder how long before they die," Slade said with his eye smiling. "What did you do?" Naruto asked him heatedly. "Beat me and get the trigger and find out," Slade said in a daring tone. "If any of them die you won't live to see the sunrise," Naruto said angrily. "Then come and stop me. If you can," Slade said as he took a stance. Naruto growled as he charged at him and began swinging his sword, causing Slade to begin backing up as Naruto stayed on the assault before Naruto brought his fist up and gave him an uppercut right to the chin, hearing something crack, hoping it was the man's bones. Slade brought his sword up, but Naruto slashed, breaking the sword in half before unleashing a barrage of punches before spinning around and kicking him in the midsection, sending him flying into a wall. Naruto walked over and picked up the trigger. "It's over," he said firmly. "Yes, it is," Slade said before the trigger fell to pieces. "This is wrong, he sounds happy about that," Naruto thought to himself. "You see, my friend, there is no trigger because there was no bomb," Slade said, coming out of the shadows perfectly fine as the one Naruto fought was just a machine. "What are you talking about?" Naruto said, looking at the robot. "Gotta admit, nice touch," he thought to himself, as the robot seemed to be made with certain living parts like bones and had blood inside of it. "You see, the bomb was simply the bait for a much better trap," Slade said. "You see, right now nanoscopic probes have been administered into the bloodstreams of all of your teammates and with the push of a button I can end their lives," he said, holding a trigger that came out of his suit. "They'd never obey you," Naruto said to him. "It's not them I want, it's you," Slade said to him as he showed a picture of them in the sewer getting blasted and soon images of their vitals show up. He was surprised when Naruto started to laugh. "What's so funny?" he asked, seriously wondering what he found humorous. "Easy, you were played, I knew what was happening in advance," Naruto said with a grin. "And yet you still let your friends get hit?" Slade asked curiously. "With what, old man? The thing was empty," Naruto said to him. "You tampered with my bomb, how?" Slade said to him as he told no one about where he had the bomb hidden. "I mean, Dad, while you were busy obsessing over him, I switched the device's payload with something harmless," Ravager said to him, holding the original payload for the blaster on the boat. "It's like you taught me, Dad, never trust a fellow mercenary, cause they'll be the first to betray you when a better offer comes," she said to him. "Impressive, Rose, do I want to know what he offered you?" Slade asked, curiously wondering what Sage was paying her. "Freedom, friendship, maybe a date or two," Ravager said before laughing. You know I'd be mad if I didn't know this was coming in advance. Naruto said to her as Slade didn't inform her of all the details, which she did the same with him. I'm so proud of you, Rose, you actually were learning from me. Slade said, actually sounding proud, before Ravager threw her blade right through, causing sparks to fly off of him, revealing himself to be another robot. Say that to me when you're really here and I can beat your ass, Rose said to the robot, and soon heard a loud boom. He activated the remote self-destruct, she said as they began running out of their base. Later at Titan's tower. I can't believe it, you actually tricked Slade. Beast Boy said to Naruto, looking at him in awe. Sorry you guys got blasted and not telling you. Slade knows how to read facial expressions. He'd know if you were acting, Naruto said as Slade had cameras on his robots and would have known if something was up if one of them acted even remotely suspicious. It's cool, just don't go renegade on us, okay, Raven said as she understood why he did what he did. It's cool, we got another badass on the team. Artemis said, giving Ravager a nudge as she heard about her, as their fathers were often fighting as they wanted the better rep and had often tried to take each other out. Yep, so Naruto, when's our date? Ravager said to him as they had a deal. Date? Blackfire asked him. If I let her help, I promised her I'd take her out on a date. Naruto said. Why's she get a fucking date? Raven said angrily. Well, if you all want, you can come, I guess. Rose said, sending a wink her way. Would be nice for a night on the town. Argent said, wanting and getting some looks. What, he's hot, she said to the others. Cole and Stargirl grabbed his arms but were then picked up by Panther. He needs a real woman, girl, she said to them, getting heated glares in return. They're not wrong. Artemis said to them with a grin. Then I guess you're all going. Naruto said as he rubbed the back of his head. So we're basically chopped liver? Beetle asked Cyborg and Beast Boy. Dude, most men compared to that guy are chopped liver, Cyborg said, really wanting this process to speed up so he can have skin again and not look more robot than human. Speak for yourself, I have a date with my girlfriend. Beast Boy said as he left, leaving the two single men alone to a night of movies and videogames. Next night at a gothic-style cafe. Glad they settled for one at a time, Naruto thought as they all drew sticks and Argent got the first date. Thanks for letting me pick the place, love. Argent said happily as she loved places like this. Man, he's handsome, she thought as she looked at Naruto dreamily, as she originally came to Jump City because she felt a certain pull here, and when she met Naruto it stopped, but she felt this strong connection to him for some reason. Figured you'd enjoy stuff like this. Naruto said to her as he had to admit Argent's pick was alright. The nice calm night, the cool breeze hitting us while we sip some tea. Nothing better than this. Argent said, enjoying herself. Are you sure you're from New Zealand? Naruto asked her. I'd wager I have some British roots in me. Argent said to him as she didn't know much about her heritage, as her mother didn't know who her father was and she didn't know her own parents as well. Whatever, I'm just glad you're enjoying yourself. Naruto said with a smile. Thanks, love, Argent said, sending him a wink as she drank her tea. What else do you want to do? Naruto asked her curiously. I could think of some things. Argent said with a small smirk. Do you like rock and roll? She asked him curiously. 1 hour later. Disclaimer, we do not own any rights to the bands mentioned or their songs as this is non-profit. The band named after my favorite color, Naruto said with a chuckle as Argent was going to take him to a concert to see a band named Orange. Thought you'd like it, Argent said as she caught a show once and thought they were great, plus they're the opening act, she said to him. I'll see after this. Naruto said as he never heard them before. Play Orange catching up. While Argent was enjoying herself, Naruto was glad he brought earplugs for himself as he would have surely gone deaf thanks to his enhanced sense of hearing. As Argent was dancing, some guy had his drink in his hand before he got bumped, causing the guy to spill his drink all over Argent. Hey man, watch where you're going, I am so sorry. He said to Argent, but the guy who bumped him didn't give a crap. Yo asshole, I think you owe him and my date an apology, Naruto said loudly. Ah, screw you, the guy said, not caring. Poor choice of words, Argent thought to herself as Naruto grabbed his arm and broke his wrist, making him scream in pain. You want in? Naruto asked her. Though Argent said, much preferring to watch as she saw the man's wrist he broke come with friends and watched Naruto work. Naruto smirked as he cracked his knuckles and punched one in the gut, then uppercutted him, then kicked another man in the face. He then smiled as two men were charging at him from opposing directions and did a backflip as they crashed into one another. Naruto smirked seeing all of the guys piled on top of one another as Argent applauded him. Nice show, love, Argent said to him as the headliners came on. Play Led Zeppelin Immigrant's Song. Naruto laughed as Argent joined the singers when they went on, and they and the rest of the crowd joined in before the two shared a laugh. 2 hours later. That was fun. Naruto said loudly as they did an encore, and he was very deaf despite the earplugs. Right, Argent said, equally as deaf before they rubbed their ears. Maybe next time we don't stand so close. Naruto said as he felt his hearing return. What? Argent said as she didn't hear him. She's a screamer, son said chuckling. Silence you howler monkey, Kakuo said to him. Hold on. Naruto said as he put his hands over her ears before they began glowing better. He asked her. Very. Argent said, happy that she can hear again. Never really got to enjoy concerts like that. I usually always watch them from the sky. She said. So you snuck into them, Naruto said, knowing a certain hero who did that. Didn't really have much choice, love, nobody would go with me, and the whole pale skin was a bit of a turn off, then they see my eyes and think I'm a vampire. Argent said as her powers did make it hard to blend. Well, it kinda works with your whole goth vibe. Naruto said, getting a blank stare. Hold on, he said as a puff of smoke enveloped them. What was that supposed to do, Argent asked as Naruto gave her a mirror and she saw she had regular tanned skin and black hair. Awesome, she said as this looked cool. I like the regular you, makes you look unique. Anything else on your agenda for tonight? Naruto asked her, undoing the transformation. Well, Argent said before pulling him into a kiss. Now this date is perfect. She said with a smile. I love your accent. Naruto said with a grin, making her laugh. Raven told me you're very good in the bed. Argent said in a teasing tone. Want to see for yourself? Naruto asked her with a smirk. Suddenly the two are engulfed in a familiar black magic and find themselves in Naruto's room. What if Naruto and Raven married Teen Titans end here, and thanks for watching my video till the end.